A oh, God, yes, now we know. And now the news is what you're going to deal with from the beginning of the season all the way till the final end. The final end can't be determined, though. I just realized that schedule starts anew after week 18. 18? 17. When we, of course, bounce right into the playoffs. But a huge test lies ahead, fam, and you know that. And for the 2021 efforts, the Niners will be respectfully awarded with a tough 2022 schedule. Tonight, taking your calls for your insights on how the Niners will handle the 2022 schedule, and we welcome your way too early prognostications before the season gets underway. One of my favorite things here. Ari Miroff, My Sports Update, at My Sports Update. Amount of primetime games this year. My team. 5 primetime games. The Bengals, but of course, the Los Angeles who? Chargers? Well, okay. The Rams, of course, Buffalo, Philadelphia. Why? Well, I guess they made it to a point where they have Tampa Bay, Green Bay, Dallas. Us! Pitt. Because they're Pitt? Denver and KC. There's questions about Denver, too, actually. But, I guess they have to put certain teams from every market, so they go ahead and put teams in that have a history, I guess. Anyway, four primetime games: Tennessee, Indy, Las Vegas, AZ. Ooh, AZ, what happened to y'all? I know, right? Stop it. And 3 games: Chicago, New Orleans, Baltimore. And only 2 games: Cleveland, Washington, Miami, Seattle, Minnie. And 1 game will be the Jets will be involved. New York Giants, both New York State teams. Houston, Jacksonville, Carolina, Atlanta. Having nothing done in primetime this year will be Don Burr's team, the Detroit Lions. And Don Burr, way down in the jungle deep. The 49ers stepped on Don Burr's feet. Said Don Burr to the 49ers, "Would you please get up off of my bleeping feet?" Donnie! Donnie, you're still welcome in here. We accept refugees. We put up with the Rams, and they've got other names we call them. So you're okay, Donnie. Come on in, man. You got love up in here. Telling you. Matt Miyoko. At Miyoko NBCS. The part of the schedule that makes no sense. This is the gospel truth. The 49ers Rams series is over before the calendar flips to November. The teams play in weeks 4 and 8. There will be no repeat of last season's Week 18 drama. I already tweeted out the Rams probably put in some kind of a request. Could they please be left alone by the 49ers in those crucial parts of the season that will determine the outcome of their futures? Because they're cowards. They don't want to put up with the 49ers. They really don't. And I have a feeling that trend that was interrupted briefly will continue starting next year. Let's get right into this because it's late. After reaching the NFC Championship game last year, optimism is high around Santa Clara. Heading into the 2022 season, you'll remember the 2021 campaign got off to a rough start as the Niners were 3-5 after their first 8 games. It looked like it was all over, but the shout. Just 8 weeks into the season, but no way. The 49ers have developed a character. Under Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, the Niners closed the regular season with a 7-2 record to make the playoffs for the second time in 3 years. Niners went on to defeat the boys and Packers before falling 20-17 to the lucked-out Rams. Boy, y'all know you got away. Ooh, you escaped. It seems that loss likely, though, signaled the end of an era and the start of another for San Francisco. Jimmy G, the team's starting quarterback for the past 4 seasons, essentially gave a farewell press conference. He did that on February the 1st, saying, quote, "Faithful, thank you very much for everything. It's been crazy, man. Just all the comebacks at Levi's, comebacks on the road, ups and downs. It's been a hell of a ride, guys. I love you guys. See ya." Unquote. The Niners indicated their long-term future would be without JG, pretty much when they traded up to select Trey Lance with the number 3 pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. T. Lance played sporadically as a rookie, making 2 starts in games when JG was injured last year. GM John Lynch's attempts to trade JG at the start of the offseason were complicated by a number of factors. JG underwent surgery. No, Trey, it had nothing to do. League spoke. Nobody wants him. No, it wasn't that. There's some other guys out there that aren't half as good. They got jobs. JG underwent surgery in March to repair an injury, and he suffered in the playoff victory over the boys. In the wake, his surgery, seemingly every other quarterback needy team found another solution in the trade. Russell Wilson, Carson Wentz, Deshaun Watson, and Matt Ryan were all traded. Aaron Rodgers, he said Aaron Rodgers in his yearly drama. Everybody knew Aaron was just putting on a show. He went right on back to Green Bay, got all the money he wanted, and I think he does that. I think it's a strategy. I think he plans it. I think he intentionally goes through all his antics at the offseason just so he can get some attention, and when it's time to sign, well, yeah, I think I can live with. What's the annual salary? Yeah, okay. I'll endure another year with you people. So, Aaron, you're a cartoon, man. Stop it. Tom Brady retired for a few weeks before deciding he wanted to play for the Bucs again. And now the Niners are in a situation where they could go into training camp this summer with JG and T. Lance on their roster. Uh-oh. The rest of the Niners roster is set as it looks to surpass the Rams in NFC West and compete for a championship. Coach Kyle Shanahan is arguably the best play designer and play caller in the league, bar none. No, Rams, McVay learned everything he learned from Kyle. And you know this. Shanahan's always in motion football mind made Deebo Samuel the most unique offensive weapon in the NFL last year with 1,405 receiving yards, 365 rushing yards, 14 TDs. George Kittle is the best all-around tight end in the league. I don't want to hear it, Kansas City. Travis Kelce is two-dimensional at best. And Brandon Ayuk overcame a slow start to finish, 826 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns in his second season. The defense, which finished 9th in the points allowed, upgraded the secondary with a signing of free agent Charvarius Ward. Oh, hell yeah. James Palmer TV tweeted, lowest comp percentage allowed in coverage since 2019 per PFF. I thought we were just signing somebody. This boy is tough. Okay, I learned to accept it. I have no idea what they were doing. It's like Tony Wright said, man, they paid too much for Charvarius Ward. Okay, we're gonna find out though, Tony. KC Charvarius Ward 49.8. Wait, it gets better. Now, NA New England J.C. Jackson 51.7. Oh my God, that's a gap. Oakland. I called you Oakland. Casey Hayward 52.3. Jair Alexander, Green Bay, 53.8. Cleveland, Denzel Ward, who just got paid more than any quarterback in quarterback history, 54.1. Charvarius is the real deal. He's proved that he gets some incredible talent. He's been in the AFC West, and Jamar Chase wants nothing more to do with him. I like our chances in the secondary this year. If you give me Emmanuel Mosley healthy, even if Jason Verrett can't play yet, just give me Charvarius and Emmanuel. I'll be fine. 49ers allowed 68.3 opponent completion percentage in 2021, 29th in NFL. As long as the 49ers can figure out what they're going to do at the QB, they're as good as any team in NFC heading into the new season. Believe that. What are we talking about this for this season? The 49ers have to play the AFC West and NFC North. South. The gauntlet of quarterbacks in those two divisions include Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs, Justin Herbert, Los Angeles Chargers, Russell Wilson, Denver Broncos, and Derek Carr. I'm going to respect him. Because you know what? As bad as I like to clown Derek Carr, he doesn't do a bad job. Not really. He's pretty good. Raiders, don't you tell nobody I said that, because I'll deny it. I don't like you people. I don't appreciate you walking around in the chat. And when I see you on the street, please miss me. Just keep walking. Even though the Niners do have to contend with Wilson in 2022, the benefit of him not being with the Hawks anymore means we only have to play him once during the regular season instead of twice. How about a round of applause for no more Russell Wilson in the NFC West? I always looked at those points in the calendar when I says, Murphy's Law is going to be with us that whole time. Whatever could go wrong is going to go wrong. It has nothing to do with which is the best team. They always seem to pull off. And it's Russell Wilson. Well, here's the last. He's in Denver now. We'll have to deal with him once this year, maybe not see him again for another 4 years. Unless we end up at the Super Bowl and Russie happens to be there with the Denver Broncos. What are the odds? The Hawks, which have long been the 49ers' primary rival, are rebuilding for the first time in over a decade. The rest of the NFC West still looks incredibly strong, though the Rams are the Super Bowl chip and return most of their key players. The AZ Cardinals had plenty of offseason drama centered around the relationship between key members of the organization and Kyler Murray, but the two sides appear to be in a more amicable place right now. For most of the 2021 season, though, Arizona looked like the best team in the NFC West. They were the league's last undefeated team at 7-0, swept the season series against the Niners, and made the playoffs before getting slapped, kicked, just spit on by the Rams, 34-11 of that wild card round. Sean, where you at, man? You can call it tonight if you want to. The NFC West was the only division in the NFL that had sent 3 teams to the playoffs last season. That could well end up being the case again, given how strong the Rams, 49ers, and Cardinals look on paper. Pivotal matchup so far are this. If the 49ers want to judge themselves against the best team in the league, they are no short of options to pick from. The Rams ended the 49ers season en route to winning the Super Bowl. Their victory in the NFC Championship game snapped the Niners' 6-game winning streak against the Rams, dating all the way back to 2019. Rams, we'll be back for you, man. This is just a temporary setback. We're coming to get you. Put you back in your place. If the Rams aren't considered the favorites in the NFC, it's only because Brady's track record of success gives the Bucs a slight edge. Because the Bucs are already going to be picked as soon as Brady could be playing with the Houston Texans, and they would all of a sudden be vaulted into the top spot as far as the AFC Championship. Meanwhile, the Niners have lost 3 of the last 4 games against the Cards. Its best chance of competing for a division title is being able to take care of business against the NFC West competition, including Cards, plus especially. Please, 49ers, don't clown with the Cards again this year. All four matchups against the AFC West team should be marquee contests, as always. There's also the return of Mike McDaniel, who is now head coach of the Miami Dolphins. He knows this like the back of his hand after spending the past 5 years as an assistant underneath Kyle Shanahan. It goes beyond that. Kyle Shanahan and Mike McDaniel are joined at the hip. Mike McDaniel knows how Kyle thinks. He's going to brief his defense that is going to be a friggin' tough game. You know this. If you don't know it, better believe it. And they've got Tyreek Hill now, so not going to be a pushover to begin with. They got Terran Armstead to boost their offensive line. They got Mike out there with his nerdy, strange self, with the football mind of a steel trap. Man, if the 49ers are going to make the playoffs in 2022, they're absolutely going to earn it with the schedule they have to go up against this year. That's all there is to it. The NFL has officially unveiled the 2022 regular season schedule. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. Fam, I'll tell you what about. Oh, yeah. Starting off with the Chicago Bears. Michael, Chicago, man. I understand we got a 6-point favorite against your club. Coming to start the season with in week 1. And then there's the Hawks in week 2. I don't want to talk about it. I'm still a little paranoid about that team. As soon as I see that uniform color, something's going to go off in my mind like it always does. It's a conditioned response like Pavlov dog. I'm going to start barking and screaming. Oh, God, here they come, man. Please, don't find a way to lose this damn game. You've had opportunities every teacher time you give me to let this dude. Don't let these MFs out. I know I'm going to lose it. I just know it. It will be a detoxing experience. I'm assuming that the 49ers are going to win that game, and we're going to think from this point that I remember. I want to remember this moment. And I'm going to say, see, I was worried about the Hawks, man. The Hawks are not the Hawks anymore. Stop tripping. They're beatable just like everybody else now. But then again, week 3 happens, and the league did this on purpose, fam. They didn't bother us with Russell Wilson playing the Hawks week 2. They said week 3, you guys still got to deal with Russell Wilson in week 3. That was just wrong on so many levels I can't even. And then, of course, week 4, we got the Rams. Week 5, the Carolina Panthers. You know what? Let me give you some count real quickly as I go down through. Chicago Bears, okay, I'm going to call that a win. Hawks, I'm going to call that a win. Denver Broncos. Wilson's over there. He's over there, fam. Oh, I'm going to just not say anything about that game. The Rams, I'm looking at a win there. How many got so far? 1, 2, 3. Panthers, 4. Falcons, week 6. I don't know what the Falcons are going to look like. I'm going to leave that alone. And not just because I love Tony. I really don't. They picked up. Okay, well, let's. Kansas City Chiefs. They don't have Tyreek Hill, do they? Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. Have I got 5 wins yet? Wait a minute. Chicago, Seattle. I got to count them. 3, Rams. 4, Carolina Panthers. We're not sweeping the Rams, are we? Chargers? Cardinals, 5. Cardinals will be beaten at that point because the 49ers will be completely up and running by week 11. Saints. Dolphins. Bucks. Hawks. Did I say 6 yet? I'll say 7. Commanders, 8. Vegas. Cardinals, to be determined in week 18. Is that a playoff game or something? No, it's Cardinals. I think I got 9. I just said I'd sweep the Cardinals, huh? Damn it. Fam, realistically, I see 8, 9. These don't, you know what, though? It's just because I'm not shooting. Okay, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't know. The offense is going to have to re-identify itself. I don't know what that's going to look like. I want to wait to see after 1 week, and I'll go back and change this, okay? I want to apologize for now. It's not a negative thing. I'm just uncertain. I don't know what kind of identity the 49ers are going to take on offensively. I don't know how effective it's going to be. They're going to have to go through a few growing pains for a minute. Are we going to adjust quickly? I don't know. I want to wait for week 1 or 2, and then I could get a feel of what that offense is going to look like. I'm not worried about the defense. So, therefore, I'm going to give us – there's going to be a couple of games I was already wrong on. I'm pretty sure the 49ers will triumph, if for no other reason than that, because they're not going to allow anybody to score. As long as we don't turn the ball over, as long as we don't struggle, as long as the familiarity out there with running in the offense and the new style they're going to be running it in, as long as that's effective. I've already said that I don't think Kyle Shanahan's going to allow this team to struggle. He's going to do what basically works and go with that until things get up to that next level, which I don't know if the 49ers will climb to the next level in the first 3, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and maybe until next year. I don't even know. I just got this weird feeling. So, yeah. Anyway, fam, you know what? Bring it. Let's tell me how you got this figured out. Oh, God, it's yeah. Yo, hey, Dre, get in here, man.
I'm glad I'm first, Ronbo. What's
Dre,
going on, everybody?
You're regularly becoming first, actually.
Yeah, I try to be in here to be setting it on my phone, and sometimes my phone be acting stupid, and I end up being fourth. I'm like, damn it.
Dre, come on in, man.
I pride myself on being first.
But we'll just go ahead and make that a habit then. Well, Dre, okay, looking at
Yeah.
all the variables and things like that, Dre, give me some insights on the schedule, man. What games are we winning and losing? And I know it's a lot of games.
Okay.
And try to keep it to 5 minutes, but go ahead.
We're going to keep it down to 5. We
Well,
probably
I'm
going to cut
sorry.
it shorter than
Give you
this.
6. Give you 6. I'm sorry. We'll give you 6. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Thank you, production. All right. So this is what it is. I think we're going to start the season off the first 6 weeks 4-2. Sound fair to you?
Yeah, I'm believing in you too. I hope so. Because I was
No. I come from a family of worriers. Okay, my family worries themselves to high blood pressure. My grandma, my mama, my auntie. Listen, everybody got high blood pressure from worrying in this family. I'm still worrying, but I'm relaxed after I seen Trey's video of him today. He tightened up that throat. He shortened up that big whine that he had when he's trying to throw across the middle. You've seen him shorten that up tremendously in that it's tight. It's real tight, Ronbo. You got to go search the web, do some research. He real tight and nice with it. And that's what's making me more comfortable because I was worried about that. I ain't going to lie to you. I mean, he played better than Jimmy, but he still, even though Jimmy won, we all know that Jimmy wins. I don't know how, but he does. But anyway,
skills.
And overall, I see us, I'm going to keep this short and simple. I see us, if we have a bad season, I see us still going 9-7. No, 9-8.
Because we have 17 games now.
9-8. So I see us going 9-8. If that's a bad season, a mediocre season, I see us going 10-7.
That might get us in the playoffs. A wild card again, but
if we do good, if Trey have a good season, because can't nobody got no tape on him, you know what I'm saying? He have a good season. I see us going 12 and
5.
What is it? 12 and 5.
12-5.
12 and 5. I see us going 17. 12 and 5. It's some pretty winnable games out there. Everybody got to remember some of them teams got brand new head coaches. They got to get their chemistry down. You feel me? And Danny Gray is a beast, Ronbo. He everything you wanted him to be. Trust me when I say that. The boy catches. The boy bad. That's all I'm gonna say. The boy bad. He was catching from a backup, practice squad backup. The boy nice. He that speedster that you wanted, that we all wanted, Ronbo. You got your Christmas wish early.
It's like you just mentioned about the other teams. It's all about chemistry. These guys have got to get together out there, because the 49ers, you said it was luck, but what that team was a grizzled veteran team that had been playing together for years. It sometimes takes years, and I know you think it's luck, but sometimes it takes years for a team to get good enough so everybody's always on the same page, they're in sync, and that makes them tough. But now we got to go through that again. I don't know how fast that process is going to be, but I'm hoping, like you're saying, 12 and 5.
I mean, if it's all about, because everybody gonna look at Trey, and it really ain't all about Trey. It's all about how Kyle coached Trey, And I feel that we got to look at the defense too. You feel me? The whole team as a whole. And I feel that our defense is a lot better than what we was last year. You know what I'm saying? Our cornerback room is some dogs now. We if he has safety, but other than that, we some dogs, Ronbo, all through and through across. I'm glad we got some dogs on the board now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna need the chemistry that comes with time, but at the same time, I feel that with a better quarterback, Ronbo. I know you love Jimmy, and I'm so sorry. I don't mean to hurt your feelings, nor his either.
Listen. People should know.
Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you this.
My feelings are never going to be hurt.
You out, Ronbo, but
as you won.
I wanted to tell you this. You get watched by a lot of players. I see that when they be posting stuff on Twitter. Yeah, you get watched by a lot of players.
Oh,
Ambry Thomas is one of them. You just check his Twitter out. And
what's up, Ambry? Ambry, because Ambry all kind of love last year.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know who else watching. And if you is watching, Jimmy, I thank you for taking us off the trash can, man, and making us relevant again. And that's just it.
Leadership is another
You
thing,
know,
Pam. Leadership is a big thing. Now, I want to know if they followed Trey as quickly and hardcore as they followed Jimmy, because contrary to popular belief, that team loved Jimmy and they followed him and they ran through a brick wall for that dude. So this is one
I'm
of the
gonna tell
reasons
you
you
this
got
much:
to look forward to.
it was a ticket person. He's selling. I was watching Jason the Ponte show, and I think that's his name. And shout out to him. But the dude on there, he said he was selling last season. He couldn't get nobody to buy a ticket. This year, he pretty much sold out. He could basically make some money off the tickets. I don't know how he buy the tickets and make money off them, but I know he said he sold out. And last year he wasn't sold out. So I'm pretty sure
tickets?
everybody's starting.
Well, no, the fans for the most
not
part.
Not Jason, the guy that came on the show, because he had a call in his show like
you said, Jason Aponte.
You know,
yeah, the fans haven't liked Jimmy for a long time. The ticket sales will be affected by that. It's the players and the record that I'm looking at, and a lot of fans don't care about that. They just care about getting rid of Jimmy. So it's going to be interesting.
As you can see, Kittle got behind him. Debo, I ain't no telling, but everybody getting behind him. They met up, went out the wide receivers, the offense behind him. Trent Williams, you seen him last year; he was behind him 100.
Yeah, there's no reason for him to not be otherwise. They're going to treat him with respect. What I was saying, because you were wondering why the 49ers are winning, and I was just saying because Jimmy's leadership qualities. You talk about a guy that came from the Patriots. He learned a lot from Brady as far as leading a team. So that played into it as well.
Before you let me go, Ronbo, can I ask you one question about Jimmy?
Go ahead.
You just on the bandwagon. Okay, what's so chemistry about throwing 5 yards or 10 yards down the field?
Well, because
what leadership do you need to do that?
That's just an observation for people who don't like Jimmy's game. I've seen Jimmy throw plenty of passes over 5 yards.
Debo did it. Debo threw a touchdown.
I've seen plenty of passes over 5 and 10 yards. And that is something that people really do say, and I think they mean it. Yeah, all it does is throw 5-yard passes all day. Because
Mac Jones came in last year and had a better season than Jimmy, and he was a rookie.
Yeah, okay. Well, the thing is, the 49ers work with those 5-yard passes that people love to bring up. So I got no problem with it. Kyle's offense
says... We got to get a bunch of running backs.
Well, here's the thing. You got to see what Kyle's going to do. People have to understand, Jimmy's running the offense that Kyle wants him to run. He's a yes man. He does what he's told and tries to do the best job at it. If Kyle says, get that ball into Debo's hands as fast as possible, he's going to run a short route across here, get that ball on time, get it out, get it to him. We're going to take a stress off the offensive line. Debo is a game changer when he gets the ball in his hands. We're going to do that. We're not going to appease the fans because they want the ball thrown deep downfield on every throw. That's just not the way it is. You're going to see how he tailors his game.
So you let Kyle cost you a Super Bowl because you don't want to open your mouth like Trey did as a rookie?
You think that's why we lost the Super Bowl?
Why would you make me throw?
Dre?
Why would you? Because he didn't challenge me. On none of the plays, even on any interception he threw.
We're gonna have this argument. We're gonna have this argument forever. So we got to cut it off now. It's over. But Jimmy is
thank y'all. Shout out to
y'all. Have a great night.
Shout out to Jimmy.
We'll see you Sunday.
Detroit worse than everybody.
It's Don Burr's clone. Hey, Jay.
Yo, Ronbo.
Jay, have you looked at the schedule? And I know you have. What are you thinking here? You know the schedule. Who we're going to be going up against? What's going to happen?
What's it called? First of all, I'd like to say I'm glad that Jimmy is, going to leave this team, to be honest with you. Yeah, you're right,
okay.
Ronbo. Okay.
Get that out of the
way. Yeah, but I feel like we're going to go 5-17, I think.
5-17, that's too many games, Jay. You mean 5-12?
Huh?
That's too many games. You mean 5-12?
Oh. No, I meant to say 12-5. 12-5.
Oh.
Okay.
You said 5-17.
Saying,
Jay, I have got to get you in contact with my dealer and get you a better grade of substance. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, look, I was just kidding, but we're gonna go 11-6 to be honest with you. If not, the worst case is 9-8. I don't know if we can make it to playoffs. Probably not with 9-8, but I see us winning week 1, 2, and 3. I know week 3 we go against the Broncos. Russell Wilson and stuff.
Yes,
but,
explain that. I like that. Tell me about that one.
I'm not scared of Russell Wilson, Ronbo. Like he's in a new team. He's a new team. Like he's gonna. I don't know.
Jay, he's got a better team now than he would have had with the Seahawks this year. Denver's got some. Ooh, they got a good defense.
They only got one wide
Russ has got
Ronbo. What?
one wide receiver
over there? What wide receiver do they have?
What's that dude? Michael? What? They got more than one wide receiver. Last time I checked.
They got someone that got arrested or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Sutton's over there.
And that's it.
That's it? No, they got more than that. Okay, even so. All right. But you got them. We're going to beat them. Okay.
In my opinion, I don't know.
What Williams?
I don't know who.
I think he said Williams, that running back,
Davis.
crazy.
Devontae. Oh, okay. Man. Devontae. Well, anyway, I like your enthusiasm on that.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. We're cool.
Okay. Week 4, we're gonna lose to the Rams.
Rams softer than everybody.
Yeah. Okay. And week 5.
Hey, you said we're gonna beat the Rams, right?
Nah, we're gonna lose. I don't know.
Are we playing in LA?
I think it's a home game week 4. I'm pretty sure. I think.
Yeah. They're not gonna come in our house and beat us. No. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know,
but you think so? That's okay. All right, I'm sorry.
Well, my opinion,
I'll
week
listen to your
5
opinion.
and 6, we're gonna win to Panthers, and then the Falcons. We're gonna win those,
Okay.
and then KC. We play them at home. I feel like we're gonna lose that. I'm not gonna lie, but I know they don't got Tyreek Hill, but they got a new receiver in Sky Moore, and I think that guy's pretty decent. So or good or whatever, but. Then we have who?
Rams
6,
again.
7, 8.
Week 8.
Oh, Rams again. Yeah, we're gonna win against that because I feel like Trey is gonna be more acclimated to the NFL, and he's gonna start to look more better, and stuff. And
it takes about that long, because the adjustment. I get it. He looks great in practice right now, but when you get out in the field and got to make quick decisions and unsurprised attacks, and DCs are going to be formulating things for young quarterbacks that haven't played a lot. He's going to have to learn through that stuff. Maybe he learns quickly, I hope. And I hope Shanahan protects him and puts him in positions where he doesn't have to completely take it. Week 9 is a bye. Go ahead.
Yeah, week 9, and then the Chargers. Honestly, they have a good defense, Ronbo, but I don't believe in the hype in Justin Herbert. I personally, I don't know. The guy's a good quarterback, but I don't really like the guy.
He's gonna look better this year, though. Yeah, he's gonna look better this year than last year, probably. We'll see. I don't know what to say about that game. You say we're gonna win that game, though, right?
Yeah, I said we're gonna win that, but
okay.
Who knows? I don't know, but I say we're gonna win it. And the other games, I don't know.
You got the Cardinals coming up in week 11.
Oh yeah, Cardinals. We're gonna win that, and then
12 is Nolans.
Yeah, damn. They have a good defense, and I think they signed.
What's
Jarvis
his name?
Landry, I think?
Yeah, Jarvis came home, and he signed a 1-year deal. Yeah.
And then that new receiver, Chris Olave. Yeah, Chris Olave.
And not only that, Michael Thomas has come back. Jameis.
Oh yeah, Jameis Winston, and that guy probably is gonna get hurt or something because that guy gets, I don't know. They lost their best Armstead, some tackle or something like that. Oh yeah,
Taryn. Yeah, in fact, Taryn's with the Dolphins who are coming up in week 13. Yep. I really don't know what to expect in that game. I don't know how to call it. It's so funny because at this point of the season, it's just a guess. Because you got to see these teams. Because in week 1 and week 2, you're going to see all these teams. You're going to say to yourself, damn, they bad. Or, man, that team ain't all that, man. We can beat them. Yeah, you know how we do. But right now, I don't know
look
what
what
to think
happened
about
to
the
the Cardinals,
Dolphins.
Ronbo. Look what happened to the Cardinals. They were winning like they're 8-0 or something, and then they
Beating,
literally
beating the
plummeted,
brakes off
Ronbo.
of everybody
Literally.
every week for 7 weeks. I'm looking at the Cardinals. Oh my Lord! Look at the Cardinals. They've arrived, and they had great
Like,
personnel last year too.
it
So
looked crazy, and it's I don't know what happens to them, but yeah,
Cliff
pretty much we're gonna
Kingsbury.
go 11. Yeah, because
All right.
Chris Kingsbury. Okay, we're gonna
Week
go 11 and
week
6.
14. Week 14, you got the Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks, we're gonna lose that. It's Tom Brady.
Here come the Hawks in week
He
15.
probably wants to whoop our ass because we didn't sign him. That's a home game, by the way.
Tom, he better not have that attitude. And week 15, you got the Hawks.
Yeah, I got the Hawks, and then I think we do.
You gonna win that game? It's at Seattle.
At Seattle, who knows? Probably not. We're not gonna win that.
There's a lot of questions in the schedule. And finally, I'm sorry, and the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, we're gonna win that, and then
Vegas.
the Raiders. Yep. We're gonna win
Against
that
Andrew
too.
Bad Luck, absolutely.
The Raiders, are you going to win that game?
Yeah, and the Cardinals, we're probably gonna lose that one.
There you go.
Yeah, probably.
So you said 12-5 or 11-5, 11-6.
No, I said 11-6, 11-6.
11-6.
And,
I think you got.
At worst case, we go 9-8 or 10-7.
So all kind of. Okay.
Like, no, I'm gonna choose one. 11-6, Ronbo.
All right.
That's it.
Always love
Where's
talking to
Trey
you, Jay.
Lance, by the way? You have a good
Yes.
day, Ronbo.
All right,
Yeah,
Jay.
okay.
A great night. And speaking of our first opponent, let's go to Chicago and Michael. Hey, Michael.
What is up, everybody? The Tribal Chief is here.
Well, Mike, I saw you today on Twitter when I was making fun of Don Burr and his absence in any primetime shows. And is Don Burr in here yet? No, he is. There he is. Don Burr, Niners.
Detroit worse than everybody.
Don Burr's in here, Michael. You give him a shout out. He does say that you're going to lose that game, the first game of the season, the opener with the 49ers.
And he's losing against the Eagles in week 1, if that's the case.
Michael, it's going to be an interesting game, though. I still don't know what to think about this. What does your defense look like this year?
Our defense is going to be much improved. I mean, at least you know how to do your research, unlike some content creator that didn't do his research, that decided to go off the bat and say, the Bears are going to be an easy opponent. I'm like, yeah, you didn't do your research. And that would be...
I don't see one easy opponent on this schedule. I really don't. I don't know what you're doing over there in Chicago. I don't know what the defense looks like. Traditionally, you guys do not have a wimpy defense. Justin has had a year to understand the NFL. I don't suspect he's going to be anybody's wimp. He wasn't a wimp last year. We just sort of got away in that game in the third, fourth quarter. So,
Honestly, I thought you guys were gonna it was like 4th and like inches or like 4th and 1, and Justin Fields was trying to go to his left, and then there was like nobody, and then he scrambled to like the right, and then like scored for the touchdown. I was off the chair for that.
Yeah. Ooh, that was vicious. I remember that. And
I think I want to get into the 2 major debunks that he said about the offensive line. Justin Fields has no offensive line. If you dive deeper into the offensive line, you see there's no issues when you have Tevin Jenkins, Cody Whitehair, Lucas Patricks, and what about the right tackle, you might say. That's why we drafted I think his name was like Brian Jones, who had a 95.4 lineman rating according to PFF, and at right tackle we have Larry Bourne, who showed a lot of promise last year. So the Bears have a great offensive line around Justin Fields, and as far as weapons goes, He has Mooney. He has Brian Pringle, who was a solid number 2 for Mahomes. All he has to do is stay out of trouble, and we'll be fine. And as far as Veras Jones Jr. goes, after reviewing his highlights, that dude seems like he's going to be nice in the NFL. Is he old? Yes, but he can still burn people, in my opinion. So Justin Fields has plenty, and I mean plenty of weapons.
Michael, who's your running back? Give me that tandem.
David Montgomery.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. No, I'm not accused you guys of being wimps. Vegas did. The betting line, betting is already underway, apparently, which shocked me. People putting their money up there. And Vegas has pushed that line to 6.5. That means it's heavy bets are the favoring the 49ers because Vegas probably say, wait a minute, no, you got to make that bet? We're moving that up. You still take that bet? That could close even higher at some point as Vegas tries to protect themselves. But Brad, Michael, I don't know what that's being based upon. So other than the public opinion.
Yeah, but it's like I'm just here to tell Grant Cohen to know his stuff before he talks spicy about my Bears. And if you like Rumble, like I know you talk bad about the Rams, but at least you know what you're talking about. You do like research. You gotta do like.
Oh yeah, you can't go. Grant, he's gonna announce at some point. Grant does things sometimes just to make, especially when you see breaking news. And Grant comes on the microphone. We're in May. And the news right now is Jimmy Garoppolo is still on this team. He says, Greg, you made breaking news to tell. What is that? I thought you had something. So Grant does those kind of things.
News.
So when he says things like what he says about the Bears, it is for dramatic effect as well. So some of it, I think Grant is this is all strategy of his. This is what he likes to do.
Yeah, he's click. He's clickbait. Click.
Well, I won't go there. But I mean, the thing is, I do know what he's doing, and he likes splashes. Anyway,
splash, and yeah, notice how I didn't roast Don Bird because I thought we were gonna play him originally week 1. I thought I was gonna call on here and roast him like the clown he is in the chat, but we decided the football god said, no, we don't want Michael coming on Rumble Sports Talk and roasting Don Bird like the clown he is. So we're just going to give him the 49ers to make him even roast a bigger clown. That means, Don Bird, you are not the main clown. You are the clown, but you're not the main clown of the show. You're just a cameo scene that no one cares about.
Until
ready to croak softer than everybody.
Until Larry, what's that clown's name from the Hawks? Until he returns, yes, Don Berg, you are crowned the village. Well, we'll leave it at that. There he is, Don Berg. He says, I'm gonna take my phone calls off block. Bums calling. We're gonna go, Mike. Always appreciate you. We'll see you Sunday if you got time.
The tribal chief is out, and Don Bird, we're sweeping the Bears. Chicago versus everybody.
All right. Night, Michael. Don, I don't know. You broke in production really took obsession to it. I tried to ask them to allow you back in. I find you fully entertaining myself. We just read it. Don Bird says, please. He says, Robo, take my phone calls off block. Bums calling. Papa Dragon. Pop, get in here. Pop.
Hey, Rumble. Thanks for having me.
Pop, it's always a pleasure. We look forward to it. You know what I'm saying? Now, Pop, knowing from the cerebral techniques and things that you use to analyze things, I have a feeling your breakdown of this schedule is going to be pure fun. What are you thinking here?
We're going undefeated, baby.
I knew it, but I think it's going to be 4 entertainment. 49ers run the board and go 17-0 against all odds. Vegas lost uncountable money this year against the 49ers, and the Niners going to march in the playoffs. Unblemished record. Oh, that would be.
All coaches, hey, I'll tell
God,
you
I'd
right
love
now,
that.
all NFL coaches say that. The first time I met Steve Mariucci, he was coaching for the Lions, and I met him on the field. And I was talking to him on the field, and I said, "Come on, coach, what are we gonna do this year? What's the record gonna be this year?" He goes, looks at me, gets up real close, and goes, 16-0, baby, 16-0. I'm like, all right.
I always loved him. I didn't say much because people really got mad at him, but I always liked Mooch. Kills me. His whole persona. But anyway.
You know, I wanted to just give a shout out to young Trey Lance. He's been leading. You know, he's contacted all the rookies when they got drafted. He showed up to the rookie mini camp today. He wasn't supposed to do that. Big Fangio was there.
Whoa, I wonder why. Fangio's not employed this year.
Big Fangio was actually going to be possibly interviewing for the defensive coordinator job last year in case our boy left.
Yeah,
but he wanted to stay in. So
he's around there looking around and surveying the team. Right?
Oh no, he's. I think to me it shows that because they wanted to offer him a consultant job.
Good eye, smart. Keep him in the fold.
Well, initially he turned it down, but he showed up today.
Okay.
So he showed up today to get a look at the rookies. So I don't know exactly what that means, but I know he was there. I know Trey Lance popped in and checked out the rookies too. So there's some things that I think they have a good one in the standpoint of a young man who's willing to lead and work hard. He's been around the facility a lot. He's been working out in California, working out with receivers, even worked out with Kittle. So Trey Lance is handling his business. Will it be rough sailing with him? Well, that depends on how you look at it. The main issue we currently have right now on the offensive line is McGlinchey. I kind of forecasted that the teams that have bookend pass rushers will give us a hard time. So I do believe that Detroit and Chicago will give us a hard time.
Look at Don Burr, don't smile. Oh, Pop. What did you just do?
No, I'm not saying they're gonna win. I'm saying
but give us a hard time.
I'm saying that we got to show up. Right? I mean, I think out of all the teams, it would be an upset if we beat the Bucks. So I see us losing to the Bucks. I see us losing to the Raiders for that exact reason, unless somebody steps up at right tackle, whether it be McGlinchey or somebody else. I see us losing against the Chargers. I see us sweeping the Seahawks. They don't have anybody. Okay. I see us splitting with the Cardinals. So I see us losing in Mexico, and I see us winning in week 11. I see us splitting with the Rams. So that's 5, 6. So I'm looking at probably 6 losses is what I'm forecasting. And I gave them an extra win because I just like what I'm seeing from Trey Lance right now. It's very Peyton Manning-esque, very Tom Brady-esque. The contacting of the players and trying to keep track of people in the offseason himself. Kind of like that Team Alex kind of a thing. So I see good leadership coming from him. He's got all the talent in the world. You know, he's got, he doesn't have the same thing that Colin Kaepernick had. Was like, I'm really not big into mechanics, right? Which is like a writer saying, I'm not big into grammar.
Yeah. That's a good analogy. I just write.
So I mean, from what I've seen here, remember he hasn't thrown that many passes. He's an incredibly gifted athlete, but I think this season if he starts, if he stays healthy, I think that once his arm loosens up, I think you'll see kind of a you'll see kind of a growth and progression that you saw in Josh, in Josh Allen, where you see the mechanics is not going to mean crap because the ball is going to get there. So you hopefully you'll start to see sidearm throws at weird angles and different platforms once he gets relaxed, once he gets comfortable just playing the game. And I foresee that happening the first half of the season. I think by the time the bye week gets here, I think it'd be Trey area time. So
that's right. That's week 9. Okay.
Yeah. I think that once they get there, the team will be in its stride. I heard some good reports from the rookie mini camp, but again, it's early in the mini camp.
I just want to see Kyle with his mind do something with Jason Poe. Did you see that big moose running routes and running them crisp and sharp? I said, what?
Here's the problem. I saw him running routes. Okay. The problem is that he only practiced as an offensive lineman and he looks too small.
As an offensive lineman? So you're making him a fullback?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's standing next to, I think it's Guerrez. I'm not, forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but he's like 6'10".
Guerrero. Yeah, but he makes everybody look small.
A shade under 6 foot. They're saying he's a shade under 6 foot.
Oh, really? How do you weigh 300 pounds? He doesn't look, he does look big.
Dude, that's easy. This is America.
I mean, the thing is, though, he doesn't look, I would look at that dude. He's everything's not just round, like you should be at 300 pounds.
Hey, not everybody's a damn fusion reactor digestive system like you.
Because the thing is, he was moving that big butt, though. He's got a big booty, though. My boy got booty.
No, but it'd be cool if he could do something with it. But I mean, you got to understand that he's got to knock somebody else off the team. And from what I'm seeing right now, the draftees that they bought in to play, Burford, they said he looked good.
Yeah, they're all good.
I think it's Zalecki or whatever his name is. They said that he is smart.
You see his presser? That's a brilliant guy. Listen, Pop, we're going to run out of time. But before we go, I'm going to tell you right now, Jason Poe gets kept for other reasons besides offensive lineman, if nothing else. He's just too much of an athlete to let go. But
I hope so. It'd be sweet if we could, but we have to see. Yeah, he should be trying to say, "Hey, look, coach, let me
help you in other ways.
H-back or fullback role. Give me the rock, something." And if your coach is, I think that's the problem with
quickly, fam, because they're going to cut it. Production's going to cut us off. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, you know what? We'll talk about it later. Shout out to production. Shout out to the faithful. Shout out to my man from Chicago. Got on the phone drunk, mispronouncing his own players' names. Just shout out to everybody, man. Let's love each other. Let's go get it. Let's get after it.
He's still ahead of Jay. Jay's math skills are definitely in need of work. But I'll see you Sunday.
All right. I want to see the excellent offensive line from Chicago. I want to see that. I can't wait.
It's going to be a fun season. I can tell already.
They're just full of Pro Bowlers. I want to see what PFF is talking about.
All right. Have a good night, Pop.
All right.
Give us best of Babbitt Bowman and Mrs. Pop.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Hey, Bethel.
Hey, Ronbo.
Bethel, you've seen the schedule. You've digested it. You've had time to think about it and worry or be happy. Where are you right now as far as this schedule goes, Bethel? 1 week to 18. What do you see?
It depends on what Trey does. If he could ball out when we play Russell Wilson, or if we lose by 3 points, that's gonna say a lot. Yeah. Why? Because you're playing a top tier quarterback, and if you could go head to toe with Russell Wilson, you have something going.
Bethel,
that is really good.
It's going to have a lot to do also with the Denver defense. Now, Fangio's not over there anymore. They're going to be waiting for a lot of teams. Are going to be waiting for, especially they're going to be waiting for Trey, and they're going to come at him. First, it's going to be the bums rush on every snap. Now, He's going to have to outlive that and make quick decisions. We're going to run the ball a lot, I suspect. This guy's not going to want to see him in that position. We got a bunch of running backs now. You've got a full defenses right now because Trey's just got in here. And if I'm a DC, that's the same thing I do. Guys, as soon as that ball snap, I want all hell to break loose. Guys, it's going to be fire drill all day until he decides to make us stop it. And that's what's going to happen the first 2, 3, 4 weeks.
Yeah, there's I remember the last time you were on, I don't know if you try to protect Jimmy, but you said something that you should not say, because you said that if you're gonna judge Trey Lance, you gotta judge him the same as Jimmy, but you cannot do that, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay. Because
Jimmy's been here 8 seasons, and Jimmy has 2 backup Super Bowl rings, and Trey doesn't. Trey is barely getting into the league, so you cannot judge him the same as Jimmy because he's a rookie. You could judge Jimmy because how long has he been here.
Bethel,
but you cannot judge Trey for that.
Jimmy's been the 49ers. Remember, he was sitting on the bench for 4 years under Brady. So Jimmy's really only got...
That's 4 years, and then 4 years with us.
2 years.
Yeah, that's...
2 years Super Bowl, NFC champion. Bethel, the reason I said that is because some people were always hating on Jimmy. It had nothing to do pretty much with what you're talking about. People give Jimmy every little mistake he makes. People blow it up into this huge deal, right? So that's why I said, okay, people said we're going to give Trey a break. I forget who I was talking to. Trey is going to, I said, well, listen, guys, if you're going to be that way, then you got to do it for every quarterback. Now, we don't win and we take a step back because, Bethel, the honest truth is teams don't get rid of quarterbacks when they win like this. We're one of the few teams I've ever seen get to the NFC Championship game and a Super Bowl and then get rid of the quarterback. So these are what I'm talking about. So if we take a step back, and I'm not going to do it because it's not my style. I'm not going to hate on Trey. But I'm just saying, for people who keep coming at me like that, I say, look, you know what? If you're going to judge Jimmy by that way, then you got to judge Trey that way too. It's foolish, Bethel. I was being sarcastic. It really is foolish. It is. It's just ridiculous. You look at the team as a whole that Trey he's going to be working with, and you look what Jimmy was working with, and you see the results, and they're independent of each other. So I did that because somebody said, well, Jimmy Jimmy sucks that. I said, okay, if Trey throws an INT, you going to go off? That's what I'm saying. If Trey throws an INT this year, Bethel, how are you going to feel?
No, the thing is that you cannot feel, bad because the first place, when Trey does something, he doesn't make the same mistake and he always gets better. Jimmy G does the same mistake and keeps on doing it and doesn't get better. He does do some good throws.
Lots.
He does do some good things. So it's
what I'm saying. Again, Jimmy does a lot of great throws, way more than he does bad ones. But the main focus is on every bad throw. So we're going to see this year how many great throws Trey makes versus the throws that got away or slipped or was a bad move. All right, and I'm going to watch that. I would say, see, this is what I was talking about last year, guys. So it's fine. I'm not like that. If Trey has struggles on occasion, I'm not going to go off. It's not me.
And then plus the reason that we have Arizona last is because if the first time we had the Seahawks last, then we have the Rams last, now we have the Cardinals last. So they have to go.
It says TBD
by week.
Yeah. How can that be TBD? Where these games are affects the entire schedule.
It's going to probably be prime time because remember, the Super Bowl is going to be in Arizona.
About the time. You're right. They're talking about the time, not the game. You're right.
And then plus, you don't know if maybe Arizona is going to be trying to get into the playoffs or maybe us or, so the last game, they always want to see if, who should they put at that clock time, because when it's
Pivotal
something
games.
on the line, we always put up a good show.
Yeah. Yeah. I see that happening because
Do you like that they got week 9? We got the bye week, or do you think that's a good week to get a bye week?
9, yeah, that's middle of the season. That's perfect.
Yeah, and then we play San Diego or LA Chargers, so they're gonna be rest up for that.
I know, God, and Cardinals, we waiting the Saints. It gets rough. It's rough all year. And there is no breaks in this schedule.
I got a lot of respect for the Bears fan guy, but Kyle's gonna have to win that game, because if Trey Lance is gonna be playing against
Justin
Fields, now they're gonna be going. If we lose this game, then they're gonna say, "See, we should have got Justin Fields." If we win this game, he did the right thing.
Bethel, this is what I'm talking about.
So,
as fans, we say things sometimes that are just really outrageous. That's why I'm always arguing.
Yeah, so there's gonna be some revenge games on here, and there's gonna be some payback games on here.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be some like, you better win this one.
Right? That's what we do. And always we blame nobody but the quarterback. No matter what else everybody else is doing, it's all about the quarterback. Bethel, we got to go, though. I'm going to see you Sunday looking for you and see what develops between now and then. Maybe we'll talk about
all right, Ronbo,
Jason Poe.
I see some good things on our rookies.
I know, right?
How things are going. So hopefully that goes out in the field, and they make more progress, and then we're gonna be looking back and saying, "Look at what a great draft pick we did."
Mm-hmm. We do that anyway. We've had some great picks, though, Bethel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right.
All right, Rumble.
All right, Bethel. Have a great
Hit the
night,
like,
Phil.
and let's go now.
Thanks, Bethel.
All right.
Night, Phil. And we gone over to Emilio. Emilio.
Hold on, give me one second, because I'm over here listening to the word when I'm talking.
Don't spoil it for me either. Don't tell me what's going on with that. I want to watch that. All right.
No,
I'm come back.
I had to pause the game over here.
Okay.
I'm at work listening to that, and it was me, the one you was talking to about the whole Trey Lance and Jimmy G thing.
Yeah, and the first thing Niner by Nature does, you got to give Trey some slack. I'm not going to measure Trey one way or the other. I'm going to watch the game. I realize he just got here.
Not right away.
Yeah.
I know. Not right away. I get the whole thing. And if we go back to comparing Jimmy's riding on the bench and getting 2 Super Bowls, so did Steve Young. He got a Super Bowl. So sometimes people like, comparing people and bringing other people down on their comments. Please do your research before you start talking, because then it looks bad on you. Yeah. So it doesn't mean anything. Jimmy had his chance. He's done, and he's out the door. So,
I just hope we see somebody else get in that position and blow it. If you get there, your chances of winning are 50-50. So get there. This is all I ask, and then we'll go from there.
No, we go for it. Like I said, it's getting to the point where it's Trey's turn. I'm with you. I like Jimmy. I wanted to keep him for a minute. It got to the point where keep getting hurt, and you can't do what we need you to do. Regardless of what we did, with a half-ass Jimmy this year, and we just didn't. We couldn't beat the Rams when we needed to. We couldn't make certain plays. But
like I always say, that goes to the whole unit. No one man wins a game when you're competing in the Super Bowl. It takes a team effort. Those are 2 super teams. That's why they're both in the Super Bowl. You make a mistake, you make a flinch, you blink, you're going to lose. And that goes for every guy on the team on both sides of the ball. We flinched, we blinked, we lost.
No, it's whatever. I'm over the game. We lost to the Rams. We lost to the sorry-ass man.
And the Chiefs.
And we're going to sweep the Lambs like we did in the season. So don't start thinking they're going to beat us.
They're not. They ain't got half the team. That team is ripe to get a whooping. Ready to go. You know it, too. That's why you're talking trash. The Rams don't look like they did last year. There's no way they're going to look the same way this year. They lost the wrong people. Whitworth being number 1.
And like I said, they're just one injury away. They get one player injured on any side of that ball, they're going to have a rude awakening, and they're going to have a half-ass team. So, I don't know. I would be shocked if the Rams start winning games and one of their stars go down. Because all players go down, they're in trouble.
You know, they got two guys that cannot lose, and that also goes if Aaron Donald ever has to set out any games. Man, that whole defense.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna have problems. They're going to have problems on the defense. They're not gonna be able to get to the quarterback. They're not. Cause Von Miller left, and pretty much all they got is.
And he came alive at the end too. He was making a difference.
But anyways, I got us thinking winning between 10 and 12 games this season, depending on the situation. Some games might go in the favor, some might turn around and
that would be so good, because that means the future's bright. Because if they can win 10 games this year, having to go through this adjustment, that means in the years ahead, they could be really tough, really tough.
Like I say, so Trey's getting basically the same team Jimmy had last year.
Well,
there's not too much different on the offense. It's
a
couple upgrades, but it's kind of the same. A couple running back. So
the running backs, though, Jimmy had Heem. I don't know if we got anything to resemble Heem. Heem was a force.
No, I'm going off of last year. He's basically the same thing he had last year. When he didn't play, he was out. So that's what I said. Trey's getting the same team Jimmy had last year this year. So we'll see what Trey can do.
Maybe a little better.
He cannot do with the team.
Because if Elijah Mitchell goes down, there's another guy I think that might. This dude, Davis, I look at him, you know what? He may have been a good pick at 3. Trey Sermon, I don't know what to think about him, but you know what? That's a solid tandem of running backs.
Yeah, but either way, like I just said, it's a few upgrades. It's basically the same thing Jimmy has.
Yeah.
We'll see what he can do. We might see improvement, but I think Trey, Trey put out. Like I said, we should be in the playoffs at 10 and 7 at worst. I don't see us winning games in that, because some of these games are winnable. It all depends on what Trey does with the offense, and if the defense can hold us on the win when we need to.
Yeah, because that schedule, every time I look at it, I think, you know what? Seattle. I look at Seattle, I say, okay, after that, who? I don't know anything about the Panthers.
The Panthers are not, no. The Panthers really don't have that team's one loss away from losing their whole team and coach.
They're picking high. Are they picking high in the draft order? And the Falcons, I don't know what to think about them either. Mariota's going to bring a different look.
We're going to beat them too. So, like I said, the only teams I think we're going to have really tough with would be the Chiefs, the Broncos, the Chargers, and the Buccaneers. Those are basically 4 real games that we really could kind of be struggling with. How Trey really goes out. So some of them might turn into shootouts, and let's see if Trey can, turn around and try to play a shootout with these guys. So that's what basically we got Trey for, is to see him to be able to do shootouts against these guys. So that's what he's going to need. So,
yeah.
So basically,
I hope the defense does not make us do shootouts, but we'll see.
You can't control that. You got to look at it at the end of the game. The team is tired. Like I said, if you go back to that Chiefs game against the Bills in that playoff game, they were tired. So you saw how Mahomes and
wearing defenses out. That'll do it.
At the end of the game, the defense is tired. You're gonna find openings. You're gonna find holes. You're gonna that's what the thing is.
We've had one shootout. Kyle Steele's going to try to control the clock. You know what? That one shootout we had when people finally saw that Jimmy G actually can play quarterback against the Saints in 2019, that's pretty much the only time normally Kyle wants to just keep the ball on the ground.
I don't know. Because we see what Jimmy's done. Sometimes he overthrows and he underthrows, and I don't know if because he gets nervous or what it is, but it's just like, dude, sometimes
It's completed.
you want to throw that
Its
ball,
completed
you can't, and you
percentages.
want to throw it.
Its completed percentage is nearly 70. See, that's
I don't know.
what I say.
That's
People only
like,
notice the missed throws, the drops. Nobody cares about the drops. If a ball goes high or low, they remember those indefinitely. But most people only remember the errors.
because you got to look at it. How many chances have we been giving Jimmy? Jimmy's like, oh my God. Every time, Jimmy makes a mistake. Sometimes he makes up for it. Sometimes he doesn't. It's like, dude, what are you doing?
90% of the time he makes up for it.
Learning. You're supposed to learn from those mistakes. He's done it more than once.
This is why I say when Trey comes into play next year, if anybody's expecting perfect throws on every shot, there's going to be a lot of disappointment.
I'm not even expecting. You got to be dumb as right.
That's what I'm saying. Every quarterback has his throws that get away. Every throw can't be perfect.
Well, I know I'm going to give him leeway because his first start. So
wrap it up about 10 seconds because we got to go.
Like that, not throwing interceptions, it'd be a problem. But other than that, I don't know. You got to have some leeway against Trey. You got to know, okay, he's learning, but good thing he's playing the Bears and the
first, okay.
The first two games helps him learn, gets him going.
Hurry, because production's going to cut us off because we're way over time.
I'm going to Denver.
All right, good. Hopefully get warm weather. All right, fam. See you Sunday.
Well, it's in September, so it's the third game of the
perfect. All right.
All right, I'll talk to you Sunday.
All right, night, Emilio. And let's go check out Ellis. Huh? Oh. Chicago Sports Talk, Don Burr, Marcus Mariota, over golf. Okay. Anyway, thanks, Chicago Sports Talk. Yo, Ellis.
Yo.
I love this chat. Light by nature misunderstands everything I say. And now you got this crosstalk going between other fans, not 49er fans. I love your effort too, Ellis. Look, I'll just ignore ready to go, and he'll go.
Right.
Doc.
Shit, I relapsed and found myself responding to his goofy asses not too long ago, so I had to stop myself.
Marquee Pro is back.
I forgot I was,
I don't see. It's hard unless you just don't read their tweet. I read their text. Anyway, Ellis, looking at that schedule, let's get on it before production starts looking at me. What do you think about the schedule? Give me some things that you think are going to happen.
I don't have it in front of me right now. When I saw it, I glanced at it, earlier. I know we played the Bears, week 1, and then we got a nice little 5, 6 games. We played Seattle the second game. I like that. Us getting it right out the way. I do remember those first two.
You're right, though. Our easiest games, if you want to call them easy, are the first 5 or 6 weeks.
It's a nice mix, It's a nice blend. Chicago. I mean, they should be better. These teams they're able to do some things in the off season. I don't know how well that they were actually able to do and what their what the next year with Justin Fields is going to be like. But this is our first year with Trey, so all of the. I mean, only those that don't consider the fact or are just completely disconnected with the reality that Trey didn't play a full season last year. He played 2 fucking games. So if we're going to try and compare him and Justin Fields when Justin Fields played a whole season and Trey only played 2 games, then you're dumb and you don't deserve to have an opinion on football. You're not qualified.
Take it back a little further. He has 1 year of college football. I really think people should just don't project too much. Look at it as if hopefully he's going to do well. He's got good coaches and everything. But to say he's just come in there and just set the league on fire, I don't think so. Hopefully he gains quickly, but we'll see. But go ahead.
Yeah. It's just trying to be critical and make those comparisons or try to, make a big – I mean, if we win, then it's like, oh, well, he got lucky. He's never going to really get the respect that he deserves. And like I said, everybody's going to be measuring his success as if he started last damn season, which that's not the case. So if you can't compute that, then like I said, you're not qualified to have an opinion. You can say whatever you want, of course.
Get ready, Ellis.
But yeah, man,
you're gonna get a lot of argument. People gonna be talking, boy. I'm keeping this. I'm looking at it like it is. There's no point adding to it. Give him a chance.
Yeah.
Give him a while. He's not gonna come and just
exactly. Exactly. And when he does, if he comes out, killing shit, then I mean, I'm anxious to hear what that's going to be like. I already know what it's going to be like if things don't come out, if the way that everybody assumes that a quarterback who only played 2 games last season in the NFL
and no college experience, other than 1 year. Yeah, it just Fields has had, how many years did Fields play?
That's going to be like.
Was he at Ohio for how many seasons?
Shit, I thought he was at Georgia first, and then he went to Ohio. I know he should have started at
that
least
boy had all
2 full seasons at Ohio.
At any rate, he's got way more time
experience
and snaps than our guy. So yeah.
Yeah,
but you're right.
I didn't hear anybody talking about those guys. Yeah, put that shit to bed. But the Broncos, where did we play them? Isn't that one of the
Week
first
3?
5 games we have?
We missed Wilson.
Yeah.
We missed him with the Hawks, and then we got to deal with his butt the following week. I said, boy, the schedule makers, boy, they was only y'all know, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
why you do this?
Yeah, let's get it out. Let's get it out the way. Well, let's get it out the way.
I want to play when we're kind of warmed up and rolling, though.
Yeah. Well, what better of a team to get that warm up and get those. I think that's the first games. 2 and 3 are going to be good for us. We're going to need that. We're going to need them early because we don't want to start out having an easy schedule and then have a hard schedule. If we get the blend, we get the mixture, throughout the entire season. I'd rather have that than have either the tough schedule in the first 8 weeks or 7 weeks or whatever, and then the last half of the season, it'd be easy like the Packers did.
And you're going soft. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the Packers usually get a easy schedule. I don't know. That's probably why they're always in the top ranks in the NFC.
There is something suspicious about that.
There's something that's not right about that, but
and they have a winning record every year.
Yeah, shitty much. So
I gotta use that for myself.
yeah. That EMA lingo. But no, fam, I'm feeling good. I was hearing about Ty Davis, or I mean, whatever his name is. It Ty? Is it Ty? Back. What is it?
Davis Price.
Yeah. I was hearing that he wasn't looking too good. I know it was Grant talking, but shit, if he was there, he got a chance to actually see it.
God.
If he was there, he said he dropped some passes, and so he doesn't look good catching out the backfield. So maybe that just is his expertise. As long as he doesn't have the fumbleitis, and he can maintain control of the ball while he's got it, then we don't really need him to catch the ball out the backfield. But that can always improve. He can always get better at that. And we got some guys that know how to catch the ball well out of the backfield that he can get some encouragement and some pointers from, with Elijah and Jermichael catching the ball well, and Jeff catches the ball well, and Kyle Juszczyk catches the ball well. We got Hockett.
Yeah, we got plenty of guys.
That other new guy of the undrafted rookie. He caught some passes out of the backfield. He was said to have been looking good. So he's gonna have to he's gonna have to up the ante and get better. But that's what he's there for. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna be critical of him yet. I forgot about Trey Sermon. But yeah, I heard Danny Gray looked really good, and they didn't have enough guys, I guess, to play 11 on 11, so they just did like 7 on 7s, if I'm not mistaken.
It's just rookies. This is rookie camp only.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see the rest of the guys.
I'm glad. Right. I'm glad to hear that Trey was out there, being a leader. He's been doing that with the draft, Papa Draken. He was, he made some great points. I was thinking about that earlier today, of how I'm hearing about how Trey's been making calls when the guys are doing their, when they're speaking and stuff at the conferences, press conferences and stuff like that. And
Yep.
You know, you got guys talking about Trey reaching out to him. You know, those are real
Those are good
qualities and stuff like that. Yeah, he's getting right to it. So I'm glad to hear those things. That's good, you know, to make sure that he touches bases with his, you know, teammates and stuff like that.
And make sure they got faith in him in that aspect as well. Else, we're going to go before production starts sticking me with that stick. And let me see you. Let me see you Sunday, okay?
Yeah, ready to go, softer than everybody. And Don Burr and the Lions. Worse than everybody.
I know.
Y'all know what it is. Peace and love, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe, man. Wipe your feet. You know, and marketing slow. Hopefully we get Mike in here, you know, so he can, you know, come in here and, you know, put them in the blender. Anyway, peace and love. Shout out to the family. Y'all know what it is.
All right. And shout out to that awesome squad. All right, fam.
Well,
See you Sunday. All right.
Bye, Ronbo.
And then bye.
Peace,
All right,
man.
y'all. Have a great night. And Don Burr, according to Chicago Sports Talks, calls in on a BlackBerry phone. We have moved and shifted our shots to high-tech shots. I love it. Well, it's a big show. It's a big show. Get it here.
Oh my God! The shit I'm hearing tonight is unreal. Ronbo, don't let these fools come in here telling you what to be nice to Trey just because he's starting. If he's starting this year, you need to hold him to the same standard as they do every week, week in and week out. As Jimmy Garoppolo, every week they call in and shit on him and blame everything on him. And no, don't be nice to these fools. You need to hold Trey to the same standard as they do Jimmy Garoppolo. Okay, he's a second-year quarterback, FYI. He's not a rookie now. You need to ask them if they can't give you a logical answer as to why he didn't beat out Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
When we gave up 2 first-round picks for him, when you give up that much draft capital for him, he's supposed to start and set the league on fire right away. Why didn't he the first year? Why? Why?
These
Why?
are questions
Jimmy Garoppolo is brittle. Jimmy Garoppolo is brittle week in and week out. We tried trading him multiple times. Why couldn't he beat out Jimmy Garoppolo? We gave up that much capital for him. Why couldn't he beat him out? Why? You need to hold him to the same standard as Jimmy Garoppolo every week, Ronbo. Enough of this BS kumbaya bullshit. Oh, Trey Lance is going to be starting this year. We need to be nice to him. He's a new quarterback. Oh my God. Don't give me this BS. No, screw all that. You need to hold him to the same standard that they do.
He's going to be going nuts on this. Yeah.
I don't care.
By the way,
I don't care about his feelings.
You know, here's the thing.
Screw all that, Ronbo. They don't appreciate efficiency.
No.
They don't appreciate him turning this team around, bringing us back to relevancy where we were before Brian Hoyer and C.J. Beathard and Nick Mullins, FYI.
I fully agree with that.
Like Eric Armstead said, he brought us back to relevancy, and he turned this team around.
Yeah.
And these fools don't appreciate that. Oh, he can't throw beyond 20 yards. Bullshit. Yes,
no. It's worse. 5.
Don't give me that crap.
Dre said that with a straight face. He only throws about 5 yards. That is not true.
That is not Kyle Shanahan's offense. And you guys are in for a rude awakening when Trey Lance comes in because he's not going to be throwing for beyond 20 yards every week like you are expecting him to. So Kyle Shanahan's going to control him and turn him into the quarterback that he wants to be, not what you all think he's going to be. He's not going to set the league on fire right away, just an FYI. So every struggle he makes, Ronbo, you need to hold him to the same exact standard as they did to Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm not saying shitting on him every week, but you need to hold him to the same standard they do. It's playoffs or bust. That's what I'm looking at it.
I have said
because
that.
Right now,
Jimmy
Garoppolo is still on this team, and if Jimmy Garoppolo is starting week 1, that's alarming.
Mm-hmm. Because that means something's definitely
that they feel
wrong.
That Trey Lance.
Yeah.
That means they feel that Trey Lance is not who they thought he was, and that's alarming.
We'd be in deep trouble. You know, so we have to hope that doesn't happen because the thing is, what do we do then? Jimmy's not willing to stay here.
I don't know.
You know, and now
all these bullshit calls week in, week out, day in, day out. Oh, Jimmy Garoppolo can't do this. Jimmy Garoppolo can't do that. Jimmy Garoppolo can't do this. Jimmy Garoppolo can't do that. Which is not true. Everything they said that he couldn't do, he could do. Okay, Kyle Shanahan likes to control his quarterbacks. Just an FYI, Matt Ryan wanted to quit when he was with Kyle Shanahan.
No, people don't get it.
That.
I keep trying to tell him, well, Jimmy won't do this. And Jimmy won't. Guys, he's running the offense Kyle wants. Apparently, nobody can tell Kyle what to do. Well, he's supposed to go out there and make his own decisions. Oh, my God, are you serious? No, he's not. Nobody does with Kyle. So, it's just around and around. I could argue on that
because they're scared of Trey, like Chris Sims said. They really, truly are, I believe. And they don't want to let Jimmy Garoppolo go to Seattle, who desperately needs the quarterback. And I hate to break it to people's hearts because I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be starter week 1. So he's still on this team, and they have not traded him, and they're not going to trade him anytime soon. So,
if we
still have Jimmy Garoppolo, as far as our schedule goes, if we still have Jimmy Garoppolo goes, and we're a fully healthy team, we're back in the NFC Championship game. Because that's the type of quarterback he is. That's a leader. Oh, Trey's calling his teammates. Ooh.
Trey, just show your.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Look at him go. He's a leader of men. Oh. He's calling his teammates. Oh, my God. Shut up.
Your TNT captains will be looking for you,
I don't care. I love Papa Dragons, by the way. That was me that interrupted your call earlier when I said, ooh, when you was saying Trey Lance was getting a hold of his teammates. Nobody cares. We care about wins. We care about winning Super Bowls. Nobody cares about him calling his teammates. Oh, my God. Breaking news. That's how you're treating it. Nobody cares.
Yeah, it's going to be...
you guys are overhyping him. Like, you are putting too much pressure on him. Stop.
What
if he comes out and flops? What are you guys going to do?
Not only that, we're expecting a lot from a quarterback who's going to get the bums rush on every snap.
Way too much from a player who only played one full season in college football. And if you go back and look at his games, not that one full season, and his mechanics and everything like that, oh, you are in for a rude. Oh my goodness. If you throw no interceptions in a lower level college like that, that's a little alarming too. But as far as he's got a lot to work on as far as his mechanics goes. And work on his touch on his foot and his passes. And if we don't see improvement of that the first few weeks, then we are in deep, deep trouble. We are not going to the playoffs.
So, stop it. So, did we change your name to Green? We changed your name to the Grim Reaper at one point, didn't we? Stop! You're scaring me. You know what? We're gonna run the ball. We're not gonna stop running the ball.
No, we're not gonna stop running the ball.
Yeah,
that's the thing. That's Kyle Shanahan's offense. It's run, check down, middle. That's how you wear defenses out. That's how you keep defenses honest.
Burn the clock up, too. That's true.
Yeah. Clock management. And that is one thing Jimmy Garoppolo is great at is clock management. He understands the 2-minute drill very well. He understands to get the ball out quickly. And Trey Lance needs to work on all of that. Like, I don't see what other people are seeing in Trey Lance. I really don't.
Yeah.
Unless I don't know.
Potential.
I liked the guy at one point, but then I started watching more of him, and I just fell out of love with him. I keep realizing that his style of quarterbacking does not last long in the NFL. Teams figure it out very quick. You have to become a pocket passer in this league. Otherwise, you're going nowhere.
Yeah. I hope Kyle's got this figured out. Yeah.
I had to stop all this bull BS stuff that I was hearing tonight. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I couldn't take it anymore. My blood pressure couldn't take it anymore. Like, oh my God.
Well, so you came in here
because they think Trey Lance is a new quarterback. Yeah. No, you need to hold them to the same standard as they did Jimmy Garoppolo. I am sorry. I am not sorry.
Bethel, see?
They call you took their crap for how many years, Ronbo?
Everyone.
No.
Even when we won,
tear down Jimmy
got Super Bowl.
It's
Jimmy's
Garoppolo
fault.
On your wall. Everything's Jimmy's fault. Tear down Jimmy Garoppolo on your wall. No, keep him up there.
So you came in and did a Stone Cold Steve Austin. Anyway, fam, I'm gonna go, and I'll be back looking for you Sunday.
12-5 with Jimmy in NFC Championship game with Jimmy.
There you go. Show's prediction. I forgot about that. Thanks, Show. Have a great night. I didn't say anything. I just listened. So don't look at me. Edmund!
Ronbo.
Edmund, welcome to the Comedy Fest.
Oh, man.
And this was fun about this program. Down through the years, we've had some conversations on this line. Even goes back to Red and Gold when we used to have just knockdown, drag out fights. But Edmund, okay, look at the schedule and go through things that you're thinking. Let us know how you feel as well about week 1 to week 18. And what do you expect?
Well, it depends on who the quarterback is.
We got to start. I don't know. All right, break that down.
Well, it's tough because I've tried to go over it in my head and stuff, and I've listened to their comments. And here's what I'll say about Shanahan and Lynch. Nobody knows what they're going to do.
Amen.
Right? I mean, that's the only thing that we do know is nobody knows anything. The rumors and all that stuff. Reporter Jimmy's going to be traded here, and all of the trades been assured of it.
Jimmy's still here.
Until Shanahan and Lynch say it, I'm not believing any of that crap. And it's been the same. These guys, everybody talks about these guys saying, "Oh, they lie and they do." No, listen. When they say something, we'll know about it. If Jimmy's the starter, they're going to tell us. If Trey's the starter, they're going to tell us. And if it's not time to know that, then it's not time to know that. Because the reality is, what does it benefit us knowing it? I mean, it's all speculation anyway, Ronbo, right? I mean, so when I look at this schedule, I'm looking at a schedule that, regardless of who the quarterback is, now, if Jimmy's starting, I'm going to say I have more confidence in the team being able to get 11, 12, 13 wins. But if Trey's the starter, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if he's going to come out and look like Patrick Mahomes, or is he going to come out and look like Davis Mills.
See,
I don't know.
That's not hating. That's not hating. I just don't know. We just don't know. We haven't seen enough to know, right?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
So I know how the locker room responds to Jimmy, right? And that's kind of that's why I can have more confidence. I know guys are gonna run their routes, know that sometimes he might miss you, but for the most part, the same thing I always say about Debo. Everybody says, well, we need to pay Debo. Okay, so who threw him the ball last year? Tell me, how did Debo get all the numbers? He only had 300 yards rushing. So, I mean, come on. But it's the double standard. You know how that is. That was because he's lucky. That was all Debo.
Ayuk almost had 1,000 yards, right? Edmund. And people say, well, one thing about it, if Trey's a quarterback, Ayuk's going to get way more. He got 800 yards for number 2? That's not bad. Why is that bad?
Yeah,
so,
it's not. And, run first offense?
Thank you.
In a run first offense?
Well, it was all about Yak. Ayuk wasn't a Yak master. He did good, but he wasn't like Debo.
Right. I mean, Ayuk literally he disappeared the first 5-6 weeks because, let's be honest, when you look on the tape, he wasn't doing what he was doing later on in the year, which was being consistent in his route running. That was the number one thing. It wasn't necessarily he had drops and stuff. It was just that they looked on the tape and they're like, okay, we're running these plays for you. You're not running them consistently. You're not getting open consistently like you were doing. So now we got to go away from you. And then when he straightened it up, that's when the offense took off. Yeah, we got healthier too.
Now we got
two. But that's when we took off as an offense. So, but this schedule, Ronbo, I look at this schedule. The truth is, there's no easy games.
None.
There's no easy games on here. Every game that you would think is easy is on the road, and every game that we get, like the NFL hates us. You said it before.
I know,
and
right?
That's obvious.
Every year, make us travel.
We get a bye in the middle of the year, but before that, we got to play the Chiefs and Rams back to back. Like, you kidding me?
God. Why? And the Broncos, Rams, and then you get a little bit of a break, maybe with the Panthers, Edmonds. I don't know about the Panthers. Well, you know anything about the Panthers?
Well, listen, the Panthers and Falcons are on the road.
See, that automatically.
Funny stuff happens on the road.
And they're not right down the street.
That's not a break.
Yeah. Chiefs, Rams, Chargers, back to back to back, and the Cardinals and Saints after that.
Yep.
Oh.
I can make an argument
Lord
I can
have
make an
mercy.
argument, Robert. We have the hardest home schedule in the NFL because I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure all those teams made the playoffs last year except Seattle.
They did.
Every other team on that schedule, Chiefs, Rams, Chargers, Saints, Dolphins, Buccaneers,
Mm-hmm.
the Washington Commanders didn't make it, but the rest of them, they did. Yeah,
You're right.
Arizona obviously made it. You know, and it's like, man,
Hawks,
that's
Broncos.
a brutal schedule. So, you know, but again, you know, Ronbo, I have confidence that we have a very good team either way, whoever the quarterback is.
As long as they don't get hurt.
As long as we don't get right, as long as we stay healthy. But I just, you know, if Trey is the starter, fine. The reality is, Ronbo, I'm not going to lie to you, I just want it to be over with. I don't care who's going to be the starter.
I can't wait to see it get
I'm just
started,
tired
though.
of, yeah, you know, I just want to, you know, we got all this speculation, all the media's got sources and reports, and no, I just want to know who's it going to be so I can go forward mentally.
Edmund, you said it at the top of the hour. It's like last year, Kyle said there is no competition for quarterback. Jimmy's the quarterback. People say, whoa, Kyle, what do you think? Is it time? Are you going to start Trey Lance now? You know, we started off week. And see, Kyle says, no, nothing's changed. And then all week long, people kept putting what they wanted to in the media and Twitter, and everybody started saying what they want to say. Trey should be starting next week. Sure enough, no. And, you know, with the whole season like that. So if Kyle wants you to know something, he'll tell you. He doesn't mind telling you, but he's not telling us anything right now. And Evan, like you're saying, why? And we got to go though, fam. Go ahead.
Okay.
Your response. Well, anyway, see you Sunday, okay?
No doubt. All right, Ronbo.
Thanks, Edmund. Have a great night, fam.
Yep. You too.
And here comes the fly guy.
Ronbo.
Fly guy. Yes, indeed. Boy, I tell you, fly guy. From the fly guy perspective, looking at week 1 to 18 or 17 or whatever, week 18, fly guy, what's going on, man? What are you thinking?
Let me pull up the schedule. Okay, I see 49ers going 4-4 before the bye.
Oh Jesus!
Because the team cannot find the identity yet. Yeah. So they'll be losing. They'll win Chicago, lose to Seahawks, and lose to Denver, and then lose to Rams.
Oh.
And then when Panthers Atlanta.
Yeah. You think we know who we are by then? See, Flagger, you make an excellent point. That's what I'm worried about. Do the 49ers just come right out knowing who they are from week 1? I don't think so. So, you know, in that time, what happens?
And then after the bye, I can see them going 1, 2, 3, 4 games in a row, and then lose to the Bucks after the bye. So that'll make them 8-5 after the Bucks.
How many games in a row did you have?
And then I can see them winning the remaining of the games going into the playoffs. So that put us at 12-5.
Oh, that looks good. How many games?
Yeah, it's because
how many games in a row did you said 4 and what did you say 4-4 going into the bye?
Yeah, 4-4.
Okay. Well, we did it last year. We did 3-5 before we got going.
Yeah, it's because the team don't have they can't find their identity yet. With a new quarterback, it's like everything's going to be a little shaky. Then after the bye, that's when I can see them catching fire. Like
yeah. Okay. And they got that bye week to
recover after the bye
and make some adjustments.
If we don't catch fire after the bye, we in trouble.
Because they no easy weeks.
Yeah, because we got a tough schedule here.
I know. I mean, the first thing we do after the bye week is go to the Chargers. And then the Cardinals, mad as hell from last year because they got the butt beat. And then the Saints. You know what, though? Nolan's gone. And the Saints might not be all that bad.
Now we have two teams that's tough in the AFC, KC and Denver.
And you know what? Look out for the Dolphins. You know why I say that, Black Guy? Because Mike is going to prepare that team. He knows what we do.
Yeah.
And you can't pick one of the smartest guys on our coaching staff, put him on a team, and have us immediately play him next season. I was like, oh, Jesus. This is a disadvantage. It's like having a spy, a double agent working for the other team.
I would just say, don't trade Jimmy G yet. I'm telling you. That's what I'll say. I would say just let them compete again, and then let's go with Lance first. Since we promised him the starting job, let's go with him.
Yeah.
And if Lance look a little shaky, then we might go with Jimmy G a little bit. You feel me? Just because
they won't. You know what they'll do?
The team that we have, is a win now. It's not like wait. It's a win now. Like
Nick Sudfeld.
Who knows what? Kiddo's getting older. Everybody's getting older. So we can't wait.
You know what though? They don't want Jimmy to go out there and get hurt. They're going to try to move him. So Nick Sudfeld, if things are just really going south and out of control, enter Nick Sudfeld, and then Jed Dorcas go fire somebody at the end of the season if that happens. That's why you mentioned Jimmy not being traded. This is why this is a very dangerous. The 49ers are on a slippery slope at Fly Guy. No matter what they do, this is really risky.
Yeah. We don't know what Lynn's going to do. Nobody knows because he can be like Patrick Mahomes. As far as like catching fire with the receivers and stuff, we don't know.
He's working hard with them. He could be ready.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen. So, but I would say we still keep Jimmy G just in case. We can judge Lance based on the first 4 games and see where we're heading. If it's not looking good, we might just want to go with a different quarterback for now.
Yeah.
That's why I say we just keep Jimmy for insurance.
I just don't want us to be in that big trouble. And also, they don't want to keep a guy making over $20 million sitting around waiting to see if something goes wrong. We're hoping that somebody needs a quarterback in a few weeks, and
but let's say
Jimmy is the guy.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. We keep Jimmy G going into the regular season, and then if Lance looking like the guy, some team out there might need a QB during the regular season.
And you drop the asking price. You take anything you can get.
No, the price go up. Jimmy G price go up if he stay on the 49ers team.
You're trying to get rid of Jimmy, though.
No, because this how you trade. Right now, if we trade Jimmy right now, we're not going to get nothing for Jimmy because they know we're trying to get rid of Jimmy. But if we go into the regular season with Jimmy G,
and Lance looking good. You got a good point. Yes.
We kind of see what Lance is doing. Well, we like Lance. And then a team might need a QB. We'll be like, oh, since you need a QB, how about we give you Jimmy G? Give us a first round.
Second round pick? And minimum.
Yeah.
Bethel, Fly Guy, we got to go. We're running out of time again. Always good to talk to you. I'll see you Sunday, okay?
All right.
Night, man. Night. That's what I love about it. Our community is always got these great perspectives. Hey, Merrick.
How's it going, Ronbo? It's been a minute.
Merrick, it sure has been. It's been a little minute, actually. I've talked to you about a week or two. But Merrick, we're looking at the schedule, and it's freaking us out. It's freaking me out. I'm like Fly Guy just said, there's not a gimme game in here. And here's the thing, Merrick. We all think, the Hawks, man, they look like a bunch of clowns. Let's go in there. We'll just tear that up. And we got to play them week 2. And Pete Carroll is still over there. We clown Drew Lock like he can't play no ball. Merrick, look at the schedule. Tell me, what do you think, and how you think this is going to work out?
Honestly, looking at the schedule, I am scared for a lot of games this season.
So many this year, not like last year. God.
Yeah.
Even the first 2 games. I don't know what Chicago looks like other than what Michael says. And I doubt the Bears are going to be just a bunch of wussies. It is Chicago. And the Hawks, I do not trust that organization yet to win. And, Denver, Russell Wilson time. Jesus Christ, man. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, looking at the schedule, I mean, the Bears we always seem to beat the Bears, especially in Chicago. So
It's weird, even when they were good.
yeah. Then we got the Seahawks, which we always seem to lose to them somehow. So
May have nothing to do with
And
Russell
Bronx.
Wilson.
yeah, I think it's all Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll has our number.
And the defense down through the years. Mac, did you notice? Is it just me? Did you notice the Seahawks defense seems to play us better than any other team in the league? And that ain't just because of Jimmy. They were stopping the run. They were stopping everything. And then the next week they look like crap. In the week, but I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand how the Seahawks can look like that are garbage one week and then they play us and look like a Super Bowl contender.
All their numbers stink. You look across the board at their numbers. They're last in pass defense. They're so against the run. Their offense, Russell Wilson is doing okay. DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett are the 1 and 2 tandem in the league. Okay, but that's all you guys got. You got no run game. What's his name got hurt? This and that. But we'll beat the 49ers. God, Jesus. But that's not happening this year. We got him. We got him, Eric. We got him.
I hope we can finally beat them for once.
So,
Yeah.
we're going
Then we play the Broncos right after the Seahawks. Yay.
Russell time.
Yeah. And
He's
after
got a
that,
better
we play the
team, too.
Rams.
Yeah.
At least the Rams game is a Monday night game, so we get a little bit of extra rest.
Is that a Monday nighter? Of course it is. We were the NFC Championship game last year, and they always set this up so you get to run into those kind of games because fans are chomping at the bit for it. Well, the Rams have to go through the Super Bowl swoon like everybody else, especially when you lose all the people they lost.
Yeah. I wonder if we're still going to struggle against the Cardinals again this year.
Okay, you know what? It depends on who's hurt. It seems every time we play the Cardinals, somebody or two is out. You notice that?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it's gonna be on health.
I was hoping
Week
we were going
one.
to play him within the first 6 weeks because DeAndre Hopkins would be gone, but nope, we have to play him week 11.
I forgot about that. Hey, what week do we play him?
Week
Oh,
11,
yeah, Hop's back.
and then week
1, 2,
18.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's Panthers, Falcons, Chiefs, Rams, Chargers. There they are. Week 11 is the first time we play them? Yeah.
Yep, in Mexico City.
Oh, that's right. You know what? That's D-Hop's going to be a little no, that's 5 weeks back. He'll be ready. Damn it. They got, what's his name over there, too? He's got a speed guy now. And the guy they got from Baltimore. Who?
Rondale Moore is the guy they drafted.
Well, Rondale, yeah. Rondale was
good.
good last year. Well, now they got, what's his name from the Ravens, right?
Marquise Brown, Hollywood
Yeah,
Brown.
Hollywood. Yeah. So he's got a lot of speedy guys. Give me an estimation of how many games we're going to win out of this ridiculous schedule.
Oh boy. Honestly, I think we'll probably get 11 to 13 wins. I think we have a good enough team to do that.
Health is always a problem. If we could just get over that, hurdle, yeah. Because you look at teams like Washington. Okay, the games that you feel like you might get a break. I'm looking at Washington, and I'm probably misjudging that because they just picked up what's his name from Indy, the quarterback. So they're not going to be as bad as some people think.
Their defense wasn't that good last year. So.
Yeah, but I wonder if they might be healthier this year again. I still don't know
their
what.
Their defense was healthy for most of the year last year.
Yeah. Well, they lost Chase. I mean, what's his name? Not Jamar Chase, but
Chase Young.
Yeah, Chase Young. I don't know how healthy he is. And the games you're supposed to win. You notice, Merrick, every year the games you're pretty much thinking, well, we got this. And those are the games usually end up, for some reason, the odds say you're not going to win all of the ones that you're supposed to win, and you're not going to lose all the ones you're supposed to get beaten. So we beat the Bucks, and we lose to the Panthers. Well, it goes like that a lot,
There's
you know,
one thing I
every
want to
year.
ask Ronbo, though. Why every year do we have to play the Saints in New Orleans?
Every year, and in New Orleans, I have no idea. And this goes back for years. The Saints have been to San Francisco once or twice in the last decade. Wait a minute. No, we play the Saints in San Francisco this year.
Oh, yeah. But
Yay! Finally, the Saints got to come to us. All right. Good.
We get 3 home games in a row. Actually, we get the Saints, the Dolphins, and the Bucks are all at home.
Which is a strange setup, that many games in a row at home, isn't it, when you think about it? How do we get that?
Yeah.
We'll take it, but...
Yeah.
Well, Merrick, we're going to go. Anyway, I'll look for you Sunday, and
all right.
And we'll
Can I get
continue
a birthday shout out?
A birthday shout out. What's your birthday today?
Yep.
It's birthday time. I almost missed the entire program. I'm not doing it. Happy birthday to Merrick. Happy 2022 season with the 13 wins. Merrick. Happy Merrick. See, Merrick, your prediction, we're all hoping you're absolutely on the money. 13 wins means we are clearly in the playoffs and most likely the number 1 seed.
Hopefully.
Hey, Merrick. Happy birthday. Talk to you later.
Yep. Bye.
And now, of course, here he comes as he sits back in the house with his sunglasses on, and he looks like he's added more Rams paraphernalia in his backdrop. He's got a sweatshirt that says his house, not ours, his. it's Rudy.
Ronbo.
God. Yes, Rudy.
I gotta
What's
tell you,
on
I gotta wear sunglasses because the future and present
Looks
is so
so
bright for
bright.
Los Angeles Rams.
Oh.
Les Snead has done it again.
Oh.
Let me tell you something. We got Troy Hill back to go with Ramsey in the secondary. We already got Bobby Wagner. We're waiting for the Niners to cut Ebukam because you guys are hoarding edge rushers. As soon as you guys cut him, we'll get him to go with Leonard Floyd. We're waiting for that because it's going to cost you $5 to $6 million. And then we got Kyrene Williams from Notre Dame running back to go with Cam Akers and Darrell Henderson. And then we got Allen Robinson, who Michael Irvin said today reminds him of him, the player in the NFL that reminds him of him. Les Snead and the guys have done it again. We got big Logan Bruss from Wisconsin, to get in there in the offensive line. Havenstein and all the boys are ready to go. Noteboom's ready to replace. He's ready to replace Big Wit. We'll see what happens, Ronbo. I'm so excited.
I can tell by the jubilation in your tone.
and I'm just we got these players, so we have to put up or shut up, right? So we have to. Well, there's no reason why we shouldn't win with these guys, but I'm just so elated that we have this front office because I remember where we came from with the Jeff Fisher, and we couldn't get over the hump, and so. But you guys, Rumble, I don't know what they're doing with Jimmy. He's still on the roster. He's still costing you guys money on the cap. They should have just cut their losses, gave Debo the money, and I don't know what they're doing over there. And then Big Show took all my thunder. He was talking about Trey Lance. Automatically, Niner fans should be optimistic, but he's a young quarterback. He didn't get hardly any play last year. He's going to have to learn. There's going to be growing pains. And it's a big pressure to be the San Francisco 49ers starting quarterback after coming off the NFC championship game I mean, who's to say if he comes out lights out, wonderful. But I mean, I have him struggling early and then maybe showing flashes with your guys' defense helping win. I have you guys at 9-8. If he starts out slow and you guys lose games, I have you guys about 6-11, 7-10, something like that. I don't have you guys making the playoffs this year. And that's not talking smack. That's just because it's a young quarterback. You can't expect a young quarterback to fill in for a veteran quarterback like Jimmy Garoppolo, even though, he has his liabilities, so we'll see what happens. I really think that this division is going to be a cakewalk for us to win the division because the Seahawks are rebuilding. Kyler Murray melts down with our pass rush. You guys are the only one that can give us a hard time because of the personnel you guys have, but then you have a young quarterback. And Bobby Wagner's there. So we'll see what happens, Rumble. I'm very excited. I want to see Trey Lance. If he turns out to be what a lot of the Niner fans think, then so be it. I want to play the best. Like I've said that before. The only way that we're going to get to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl is to play the best and go in some wars in the regular season. So you're my Niner brother, my Laker brother, Ronbo. I give you much love. For your sake, I hope he turns out, but it's so amazing that they think he's going to come out and be Steve Young right after. And then poor Tony, we played Tony the second game, and boy, it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly for Tony Ronbo.
Rudy, you're feeling very confident tonight, aren't you? Rudy, here's the thing. Matt Stafford had a lot of real lucky breaks last year. As far as throwing that ball where he does, and Matt Stafford, how many INTs did he end up on the season throwing?
17 and 41 touchdowns.
Yeah, he makes a lot of passes.
Well,
And,
the one, Rumbo, the one thing, you're right. There was some times where he struggled, and in my opinion, he was beat up. But he's a warrior, and he played through it. But we didn't have a run game. Remember, we had Sony Michel, who's not a speed burner. Darrell Henderson went out for a while. We had one of the average running games, so Stafford had to carry the load. So this year with a running game going to be better, we look to him to be even better this year. So, just like Tom Brady throws picks against us, whenever we play and we get at least 1 or 2 picks against Tom Brady, that's what happens. But the one thing about Stafford is he's got the highest rating for a fourth quarter comeback QB in the NFL with a league with Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. Matthew Stafford is the guy that can do it, and he's shown it. So I'm very confident. I'm not being cocky. I'm just saying that he proved last year.
I give you,
if you guys would have got him, Rumble, you guys would have got him, I told you before, I would have sleepless night and I'd be pissed off every day if you guys would have got Stafford.
I don't know if it'd been a lot different though. Kyle doesn't like a lot of. He wants to run the ball. That's why we keep a lot of running backs. We run out of 1 or 2. We still got 3 and 4 and 5 guys left. So this is why if McVay is going to depend on that same situation again. How many running backs you got in camp now, other than what's his name?
Well, Akers, Darrell Henderson, Kyrene Williams, and we got a couple of undrafted guys. But I really love Kyrene Williams. I mean, he's got some wiggle and he's got some power. And if Cam Akers starts off slow, which I don't think so, because he's had a whole year now to recover and he'll be ready for training camp. People are talking about him being maybe running back 1. And then we have Quentin Lake, defensive back. That's why I said Leslie did it again from UCLA. We got a Jacoby Durant. Primetime says Deion Sanders says he's a dog because he played good against his team. Les Snead has done it again with these late picks. The cupboard is full again. And, Tony can tell you, those players that I just named, Kyrene Williams, Quentin Lake, Carnell Lake's son, he has good pedigree. Jacoby Durant, Tony, even though he doesn't like the Rams at all, he won't do us any favors giving us props. He'll tell you that those are guys that are players that can start now. Logan Brest, offensive tackle.
But you should just know, though, Kyle's not going to have Trey out there throwing and getting killed at the line of scrimmage. We are still going to run the ball. So if you guys run defense is not up to par, and one reason we take advantage of the Rams is because we run right at Aaron Donald a lot. I think it's going to be pretty much the same thing, and
that's why I'm excited. That's why I'm excited, Ronbo, because Bobby Wagner, God bless Troy Reader, he was out of position 80% of the time. 90. And so when you guys would run those inside runs and take off to the house, or Debo would get that little 5-yard pass, a screen pass, and take off to the house, and that's where Bobby Wagner is going to go. Whoop, it snuffed that out right there.
Debo's done that to Bobby too, though. But anyway,
but it was worse against Troy. But God bless you, Ronbo.
It's dead meat.
I mean, we won with that linebacking core, and I love real quick. I know it's not a Rams channel, but what Bobby Wagner is going to do for us in the linebacker core with young Ernest Jones, athletic Ernest Jones, the rookie from last year, it's going to pay dividends in the next couple of years. So I can't wait, but I'm excited for you guys, Rumble. I want to see what the kid has. He's got the tools. Let him play and cut. Let Garoppolo bring a tray some Subway sandwiches and call it a day and get rid of him.
Rudy, you just hope we do get rid of Garoppolo so he doesn't come running out there, because you know what'll happen.
He's got a voodoo in his pocket against us, Ronbo. You know he got that.
Damn right. Tell you what I'll do. Rudy, I gotta go. We'll see you later. All right.
Good night, brother Ronbo. Appreciate it. Good night, man. Bye-bye.
Oh, God. Anyway, where are we here? Oh, yeah. Daniel Serrano. He says, those ugly Rams colors are hurting my eyes. Rudy's that guy that we've known him for years, so we listen. He's usually not rude, disrespectful, or impolite. So Rohan, come on in, man.
What is up, Ronbo? How you doing, brother?
Rohan, doing all right. How you doing tonight? Got 49ers. 49ers Web Zone writers extraordinaire, Rohan. Rohan, you probably already looked at the schedule and completely digested it and got a lot of great insights on this, man. What do because most of us look at the schedule, it's kind of frightening. You don't see any spots to take a break. Every week has to be well prepped for, and that goes from week one, because that's what you do on week one. You don't come in thinking, we got this. Nobody does. And then you want to know if the Hawks are now dead meat. It's like you watch those movies where somebody's standing at the corner of the room in the dark, and they see the body laying on the floor, and they walk over gingerly and cautiously and poke it to see if it's still alive. That's us with the Hawks. I said, God, are they still going to be a problem, or has their time come? So, Ron, give me some interject on this.
Yeah, I mean, Ronbo, I know you've been talking a little bit how you're saying you're frightened by the schedule. And I'm not going to say that you're wrong, right? The 49ers have the 5th highest in terms of strength of schedule. The 49ers are 5th highest in the entirety of the NFL, tied for 5th with the Kansas City Chiefs. So, we've got a top 5 schedule. In terms of opponents from last year, we've got a top 5 schedule. And I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of strength of schedule, but when you look at strength of schedule this year, right, there are a solidified number of teams that are going to be consistent from last year to this year. We talk about the Chiefs, the Buccaneers, the Rams, the Chargers, and then the Cardinals as well. You can put those 5 in the mix. But then you look at teams that got better than last year, which makes that strength of schedule number maybe even a little more worse than it may sound. Like the Broncos, Dolphins. I think the Raiders got better, and I think the Commanders got better. So you have 4 teams there, and that's 9 of your 17 games, or 18, 17 games that seem like pretty tough opponents. But Ronbo, that's kind of the stuff we already knew. Going into the schedule thing, I was expecting in a way to be disappointed, right? Last year, I thought the schedule, the way that it was portrayed, was really tough given the amount of travel. However, this year, I actually think the schedule is a little more favorable for the 49ers.
The traveling is less at one point. No, I'm just saying the traveling is less than it was in the one last season at one point. But I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you look at it, when I talk about favorability, right, you immediately start with the Bears and the Seahawks, the Seahawks game being at home. I think those are two pretty, those are the 2 most favorable games, or maybe not most, but 2 of the most favorable games on the entirety of the schedule. Chicago Bears were one of the worst teams in the NFL last year. And normally when you see rebuilding teams, you're like, wait, they should get better year to year, right? The Chicago Bears got worse. Their top receiver in Allen Robinson is gone. Their top edge rusher in Khalil Mack is gone. So really, that team isn't like that team, in my opinion, at least got worse this year and should compete to be for the number 1 pick next year. I don't think they're that good. And that's why I think the 49ers, even if Trey Lance doesn't necessarily play like many people expect him to, the 49ers should win this game based solely on their defense, which is, one of the best defenses in the NFL, at least this year, given the amount of depth that we have at every position. Then you have the Seahawks. I think you should win those 2 games before you get your first test in the Denver Broncos, of course, on Sunday night.
And that's a real rational breakdown too, And because I don't know about the Bears other than what Michael says, and he feels very confident that they're ready to go. He didn't say anything about whether he's going to beat the 49ers or not. I understand we're 6-point favorites. So if we get past that hurdle, there'll be a certain amount of confidence built up, and Trey will get anything going on in his head will be gone. His confidence will be riding sky high. And then we play the Hawks. And Rowan, you know how I feel? There's still something Friday the 13th about that team. I can still hear Jason, that
right.
I can still hear that going on in my head every time we play the Hawks. Jesus.
And Ronbo, I'm not gonna say anything wrong about that, because I actually, on my podcast over the last 2 days, I've actually scheduled Week 15 against the Seahawks, that Thursday night game in Seattle, as one of the trap games for the 49ers this year. I actually think that might be, like, a lot of people probably are overlooking the Seahawks this year because their roster isn't great. But given that it's going from a tough matchup in Week 14 in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then traveling to Seattle in the cold weather in the middle of December on a short week to face the Seahawks on Thursday night, I think the conditions are a bit unfavorable for the 49ers, which is why I can foresee it being somewhat of a trap game. Because the 49ers, I feel like they've lost that one game in a way. Remember back in 2019, they lost that game at home to the 4-9 Atlanta Falcons by a touchdown, 29-22. So I view this game in a very similar light, because you're coming off a tough matchup, traveling, while the Seahawks in Week 14, they play the Carolina Panthers at home. So they're getting their legs underneath them. They're also accustomed to the environment already, having played at home during that week. So they're prepared, and they also don't face the travel ramifications of a short week, given that they're already at home.
And Rowan, you're also talking mental letdown. If I go and play the Bucks, and only to come back and play the Hawks, everything's come down a notch mentally. So we play the Hawks. Right. All right, let's go, guys. Let's get this game out of the way. Let's kick back, relax, and get ready for the playoffs, whatever the case may be, right? And you go in there, and that's, Rowan, when you get your butt handed to you. And like you're saying, it's going to be ice cold. We saw snow on the field last year in Seattle, and I couldn't believe it. 49ers, I do not want them in that kind of cold condition. It takes away from the things we like to do on the field because of the environment and the elements working against us. It's just a bad thing. So you're right. That could be the trap game. I agree.
Yeah, but I mean, let's talk a little positive, right? Because I did say at the beginning that this was a favorable schedule. I'm going to highlight a couple of points. We highlighted Week 1 and 2, which I expect to be wins. But Week 5 and 6, the 49ers remain in the NFC South. They play the Panthers and the Falcons, both on the road, but they don't have to travel in between as heavily as they did last year when it was away, home, away, home, away, home. Instead, they're having 2 games in a centralized location over there in the NFC South. And so I think that that's a bit favorable. Obviously, you have the Chiefs after that, which is a very tough matchup. But having those 2 games, I think you need those games to kind of boost your confidence, get you on a little bit of a win streak, especially after playing the Rams the week before. And so I think that that's a good stretch for the 49ers to get their feet underneath them heading into one of the toughest parts of their schedule. And then after the bye week, right, their bye week is amazing. In week 9, right, split in the middle of the schedule.
Perfect. Finally.
They don't travel outside of the West from week 9 to week 16. Like, the Chargers are at home. The Cardinals are in Mexico City, a neutral site, which has been notorious for actually having 49er fans. Then we've got 3 more straight home games in the Saints, Dolphins, and Buccaneers, while staying on the West for the Seahawks game. And then the Commanders are also at home. So that week 9 to 16 stretch, I think, is actually pretty favorable for the 49ers, just on a schedule note. Obviously, the teams you face are pretty tough. You've got the Chargers, you've got the Buccaneers in that stretch. So I'm not discounting the teams, but at least schedule-wise, that seems like a favorable bet for the 49ers.
Fully agree. And like you're saying, too, the fact that we don't have to travel out, well, Mexico's at high altitude. I don't know how they're going to react to that, but, they are professionals. I assume they're going to know what they've got to do to get themselves prepared for that. And like you're saying, I think we'd have the fans, I think the crowd's going to be behind us. I agree, Ron.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be a good thing for the 49ers, right? Obviously, because that's the first time you face the Arizona Cardinals. So having the crowd behind you, especially being at a neutral site in Week 11 against the Cardinals, I think that's really important for a division game, right? Because they'd have faced the Rams twice, they'd have faced the Seahawks. This is their first touch against the Cardinals. So obviously, to some, it might not mean a lot, but just schedule building wise, I think that's important. And
Ron, we're going to have to wrap it up though. Give me your prediction because we have to go because I love all your perspective. What do you think the final record is going to look like?
I predicted it to be 7-6. I could see it a game. Not 7-6, 11-6. I could see it a game on either side, but I think it'll be at 11-6 just at this moment. We'll see as the season comes on.
All right, and we'll have a better feel of what the league's looking like all around us. Rowan, always a pleasure. Let's hopefully you got some time Sunday. I'll be looking for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Rowan. Have a great night. 49ers web zone. Check out Rowan. You'll see it. It's last name Char. I'm not going to mess with Jerron's name, but just know this. You see ROHN, you're at the right place, and see CHAR. I remember the first few letters of the spelling. But the guy Rowan writes great articles. You can see his mind. He's awesome with football. Daniel Serrano, bless Rudy. He's wearing a Niners shirt underneath. I know that's right. And what else we got here? Okay, there. And Daniel also says, Rudy, I'm inviting you to the game on 10:30. We win, you got to walk out wearing my jersey. Y'all win, I'll let you touch my jersey. Deal or no deal? Dale, I love the way you bargain. You never put yourself in a position to get embarrassed. I love it. Water Sucks says, yo, Ronbo, whose house? Niners house. I meant to say that to Rudy, but he was going on, and we ran out of time. I said, Rudy, your house, people just come in and run you guys out of there kind of all the time. We came in there until that last time. And if we wouldn't have been on the road, you guys would still be standing outside knocking on the door trying to get in your own house. Hey, Tony.
What's that?
Ronbo.
Tony.
You didn't get me sleeping that time.
No. Tony's wide awake and ready for us now. Tony, we're doing the we do this every year. We I don't know why we do it. You look at the schedule. But Rowan had the perfect perspective on it. There's teams on this schedule that send fear through you that are not going to look quite that good. Those teams that you're looking at as being lackluster and a place that's like to step over, those are the ones going to jump up and bite you in the ass. So, why? This is why Kyle Shanahan said it himself. Yeah, you look at the schedule now. Doesn't necessarily mean the schedule is going to be what it's expected or perceived to be. And, Kyle's right. Don't be assuming.
Yeah, but you've got to look at the schedule two ways. I know you looked at it the same way I did. Because I looked at it and I thought, okay, first game, Bears. If you have Jimmy, yeah, that's a win. If you have Trey, I don't know.
Yeah.
And each time you go down each team, Seahawks, if you got Trey, is it a win? If you got Jimmy, yep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did.
We just don't know, Ronbo. All right, like Big Show said, shout out to Big Show and Ellis. How the hell do we know?
I know,
we
right?
don't. All right, and it is to me, like somebody else said, there's no gimmies there.
No, there's not.
It is the NFL, after all, you know what I mean? Plus, Debo's got a fat ass. We've got to get him trimmed up.
You know what? The only reason I didn't repost that is because he's being nice to his wife. Hey, Ronbo, man, you got to pick on Debo while he's giving a card. I know, but I I'm just more concerned about his body. You know. But he doesn't look ready to play football. Oh,
that was inflicted by people around him. You know, I could just picture him sitting, his wife talking to him. Baby, what's wrong? My contract. I'm worried about my contract.
Well, have something.
You want me to make you a favorite, baby?
Yeah.
Sit down on the couch, watch a bit of TV. Chicken wings. You want them spicy? You want some hot sauce with that, baby?
Or a lot of carbs. You got to get them mashed potatoes with a pound of butter in them, and you get the assorted vegetables. Put another pound of butter on them. Now let's barbecue a whole slab of ribs, and we'll have a part of it. And Debo, you can have the rest of that whole cow. I could tell Debo likes to eat. So you know.
Yeah, but you know, going back to this thing, we don't know, Ronbo. It's as simple as that. Well, to me, it looks hard, right? Because especially the second half, you've got Chargers, Cardinals, Saints, Dolphins, Bucks.
Those are teams that are traditionally well prepared, Tony. That's another thing. No matter what you think about the team, those teams are always well. You get Kansas City, the Rams, the Chargers, the Cardinals, the Saints. You know those. Yeah. Raiders are waiting for us.
You know the Raiders are going to want to play hard against us. You know?
God, yes. Monday night.
And it all comes down to that quarterback. And to me, it sounds like the 49ers are stuck with this. They're stuck with a possible quarterback that could take them to the playoffs or maybe to a Super Bowl again. Like, if they get rid of Jimmy and they send him to another team and he wins a Super Bowl for him, I reckon Kyle Shanahan will kill himself.
Oh, no. And not only that, they'll send him to a team where somehow we'll bump heads somewhere along if we get to that point. And there's Garoppolo saying, all right. And they let me be the quarterback over here. Let's go. And
I would say Jimmy would. Yeah, I would say Jimmy will possibly stay for another year if he starts. But I don't think he's going to want to hang around and be.
He doesn't.
The second sexy boy. You know, just in case something happens to the first sexy boy.
He doesn't want to be. He doesn't want anything more to do with the 49ers in that situation. Jimmy's the kind of guy. He's got an ego he doesn't talk about. But Jimmy, I'm either the guy or I'm not. I'm not going to stay here and play games with you guys, whether I'm going to be the guy or not. Let me go somewhere where I am. Yeah.
Let me go, and I'll show you who's the guy. Yeah, just let me out of here, bro. That's what he wants. But it's going to be hard. But then again, on the flip side, could be. What everybody hopes it would be, a Cinderella story, you know. Trey comes out, bang, 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 and we lose one game out of the first 8, you know.
And they were okay. They were okay. They got it figured out quick.
Okay, but my mind always tells me, idiot, it's the NFL. It's not the college, you know. It's NFL. It's NFL. It's NFL, you know. I know what it's like when kids come from the younger leagues in rugby league and they step up to, you know, the NRL. They get their heads kicked in and they go, "Ooh, that was a shock to the system."
Mm-hmm. You know, it's a different game, a way different game. When you got grown men playing that have been playing for a long time.
Yeah, it's the bones are a lot stronger when they hit you in the NFL. It's played at a different speed.
And you're playing the best in the game every time you play. There's no weaknesses. All these guys are the best of the best. That's why they got drafted. They're fast. They're strong. They're disciplined. Now, are you in this category? And it's going to be exposed if you're not. Oh, man.
And what happens if the last question? This is what I keep thinking. What happens if you know this is the shit hit the fan time? What happens if Trey has a shocker of a season? How many of our players are going to want to hang around with that team?
Oh, that's
at the end of the season. Is it going to be a mass exodus?
I don't even.
Do we have to get more people?
I don't even want to. I'm not looking at that yet. I thought about that a while back, but I don't want to know because you will see people say, I don't have time for this, especially guys like Trent Williams and guys like that. They're not going to want to hang out.
Yeah.
Tony, we're going to have to, before we get into this doom and gloom, that's a scary subject. I'll see you Sunday.
But, see it, bro. Before I go, Trent Williams is going to be wheeling out Debo in a wheelbarrow with a
coming out the tunnel. Don't worry about him. He's going to lose some weight. All right, Tony. I'll see you Sunday.
Shout out to everyone.
Thanks,
see you in the next chapter.
Looking forward to it. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
It was super cool, Tony. Hey, Atlanta's finest, Tony. Got the back-to-back Tonys.
Ronbo, good evening.
Tony, you know what you did, don't you? And I laughed because I said, Tony did not intend for this to happen. There's Rudy talking about, Tony's not about to do the Rams any favors, but he'll tell you that some of the personnel we just picked up, these are good blue chip players. I'm laughing like, but Tony probably didn't mean for you to come in here talking about how he supports what you're doing in L.A. Tony, go ahead, respond to Rudy.
Actually, a couple of them are. I forgot the one guy's name. The one guy's son.
Oh, yeah. He mentioned him first.
Player, but will they develop is the question.
Mm-hmm.
Will they develop? Ronbo, the Rams are in trouble. Andrew Whitworth just retired. They didn't replace him.
And Nick Bosa will tell you, Andrew Whitworth is a damn good protector.
Andrew Whitworth is a mountain.
And he knows how to. And that move he has where he goes into the rush, grabs the guy inside, and falls down on the ground, pulling you down with, which is illegal, but the refs never call it.
Yeah.
That's holding all day.
They talked about NFL Network said, Andrew Whitworth's retired, but the right tackle, Nate Notebloom, is good. I'm like, what's that got to do with Whitworth retiring? That's the right tackle. We're going to move him to left tackle and then put the right tackle there?
They're trying to tell you no difference. No problem. They'll be fine. Shoot.
Exactly.
That ain't going to happen.
Ronbo, I'm thinking, I could be wrong, Ronbo. Please tell me if I'm wrong. Seattle got a three-headed monster at tailback, Ronbo.
Seattle?
Yes.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if he's retiring or not, but that other guy that always gets hurt, he'll be there for us. That dude is hardcore tough. What is that running back that keeps getting hurt every year?
For who?
For the Hawks. Scares me to death every year.
They got Rashard Penny. Is that what you're talking about?
Not him. The guy that really is good.
Yeah, he's the one. Yeah, he developed. Remember, he was a first-round pick like 3 years ago.
No,
he finally started to develop.
You're not Penny, but the other guy that continuously gets hurt. When he plays, nobody takes him down with the first shot. And I mean nobody.
I like him too.
Yeah, that dude, man.
Chris
Carson.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate playing against him. But I see Fred and some of our best hitters struggling to bring him down. I say, Chris Carson, man, that dude. I tell you.
But I'm here talking about letting him go after June 1st because of cap casualty. Because Ronbo is something we did. Our one-time Pro Bowler Deion Jones. So he's kind of light, the inside linebacker. I'm thinking we just signed that Nick. I can't pronounce his last name from the Raiders. The Raiders started middle linebacker last year. We signed him yesterday, and then we drafted that other kid the second round, this all-world out of Montana State, and we play a 3-4. I got a funny feeling we're going to get rid of Deion Jones and not get nothing for him, but save on the cap.
And that matters right now because you guys are trying to put some pieces together there. People think that I look at your offense and I see a potential destroying. Matty Ice is not going to be easy to replace if at all. But if you run an offense and Mariota friendly, and Mariota looked good against the Raiders that one night I was watching, I was saying, Mariota's
Mariota friendly.
changed. Yeah, I says, what do you think your offense is going to look like?
Yeah, that linebacker is Nick Kwiatkowski that we signed. But on offense, we just also got we made a trade today. We got Brad Edwards, 6'3", 212 out of South Carolina, the Raiders' 3rd-round pick 2 years ago. We got him and their 7th-round pick, and we traded them our 5th-round pick for next year.
Oh, I saw that deal.
Receivers, Ronbo, Cordell Patterson, 6'3", 215.
Yeah.
Arden Tate, 6'5", 225. He's like a 4th receiver, played for Cincinnati. Then we got this Edwards guy, 6'3", 212. Drake London, 6'5", 215.
That's right. You guys picked up Drake.
Yeah. We got some in Kyle Pitts.
You didn't even say anything about Kyle Pitts yet.
Yeah.
Who's going to run the ball for you this year?
That rookie, the rookie out of BYU, and Quadre Olison, and I don't know if he's gonna Olison. Oh, you remember Damian Williams, who got y'all in the Super Bowl?
Oh, Damian Williams,
Kansas City.
Yeah, he's over in Atlanta now. Yeah.
Yep, we signed him from the Bears.
See,
so I'm just hoping we get.
People are learning, Tony. Everybody thinks it's all about throw that ball deep down field. Throw it on. Don't matter if anybody can, just throw it. People are learning. You need a run game to support. Now, running backs are not at a premium price anymore, but you need to get defenses to stop settling back there, not playing anything other than the pass, because that's what this league has become. It's become a passing league. So, accordingly, DCs have adjusted. Mahomes got his little butt handed to him last year. But in the beginning of the season, when Patrick was leading the league in turnovers, that's what happens. So if you don't got a run game and you don't have a balance in your attack, then now you tell a defense, don't worry about the run. Don't worry about the pass. One way or the other. Now they can get you. And then Arians and Patrick figured it out, and they start going to short pass, the Kyle Shanahan-style football, which 49er fans seem to hate. And they started winning, So.
And Arthur Smith he's the offensive coordinator and head coach now. He was Marcus Mariota's offensive coordinator at Tennessee, even though he lost his job, but they have a familiarity. We're gonna run the football, then hit them in the passing game with these big ballers. These receivers gonna be able to block.
See. You're right. And receivers coming out of college, and while they're in school, they better know that diva stuff, that's over, man. You got to muscle up.
Yep.
We even got our guy Gray the other day. Gray, he made some comedy about blocking. What was that line he had? But I said, okay, now somebody must have told him. Kyle says block. Don't come in here just thinking you'll catch the ball. You will block or you will sit. Richie James knows, and we got rid of him this year, too. It's the way it is,
And I'm hoping if we do get rid of Deion Jones, Ronbo, I want this guy so bad to play on the other side of Grady Jarrett. If we sign Akeem Hicks, put him on the other side of Grady Jarrett about 3-4, that's going to solidify our defensive line.
You guys, see, that's why I said I looked at. I don't know what you guys are doing. You look at your team last year, and you guys ended up being a little scattered. But that's when the team goes to work the hardest. The following year, they rarely look bad, unless you're Detroit. They rarely look bad that following year. So I'm saying, all right, you got. I don't know what Atlanta's going to look like.
7 games last year. We won 7 games on the poorest team last year.
Mm-hmm. So, looking at a schedule, it's hard to assume anything. Oh, Tony, always a pleasure.
Again, I heard Rudy saying that we're going to get blown out in L.A. Yeah, we'll see.
I tell you what, I'm gonna look for you Sunday and see what happens between now and then. All right?
Yes, sir. I got some information for you that we'll speak upon on Sunday.
Oh, good. I love that. All right, Tony. Have a great night.
Take care, sir. You too.
Thanks. And let's roll over. Hey, Steven.
What's up, Ronbo?
Steven, we sit back here looking at the schedule, and at some point we're probably gonna. We do this every year, Last year we thought the schedule was easy. It wasn't. And this year the schedule looks like pure hell. It's probably not. Steven, I'm saying things to make myself feel better. What do you think as you look at the schedule?
Well, here's the thing, Ronbo. This is what I'm thinking about the schedule, because I hear obviously it keeps continuing to go back between, Trey Lance and Jimmy G, who to start and who not to start. To be honestly, I say let Trey start, only for the simple fact is because we can't keep him on the sidelines again for another season without him getting any repetitions, and that goes without saying during preseason too as well. So we start him during preseason. Let him play against the Bears the opening week, and then see how he does against Seattle. Now, Seattle, for the most part, I think everyone is still kind of freaking out about Seattle because they seem to play us really tough, but they don't have, they don't. All they have is just Small Adams and Decaf. That's all that's really there, and Tyler Lockett. The three notable players are there, and Small Adams isn't that great. He's just overpaid. They lost Bobby Wagner. Wagner.
You said Metcalf? Tyler Lockett's still over there. That's their biggest game breaker.
Well, Tyler Lockett, yeah, but Decaf can't catch worth shit if you have Jimmy Ward going up against him.
I love the way you get Decaf. That's a good one. I like that. Ambry, I want to put Ambry on him this year, though, because that's the same speed. He's a little bigger than Jimmy, but we'll see.
I think we have kind of in my opinion, I think we got like a 50-50 schedule. I think we're going to win some and definitely lose some. Some of them are going to be, overlooked by the 49ers. Like, let's say, for instance, we definitely might actually overlook Miami. That's for sure. And the Commanders, that's a 50-50 shot too. But the Saints, no. Without Sean Payton at the helm, guiding the Saints to an actual winning team, I don't really see them doing much.
Yeah,
now the Chargers,
we got to understand that Sean Payton's not there. That's true.
Yeah, the Chargers are going to be a problem. So is the Rams. The Rams are going to be a thorn in the. I'm telling you right now, Ronbo, the Rams are going to be a thorn in the 49ers side for a long time.
But you know what? The Chargers are going to be worse because they got who they pick up to put it next to Joey. Oh man.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Is that Chandler? Who went over there?
No. I think Chandler Jones. Yeah, Chandler Jones. I think that's him. Yeah. I can't. Yeah.
I don't know what our offensive line. Steven, I don't know what our offensive line is really going to be looking like. I know Trent's going to be fine. He's Trent Williams, but Aaron Banks, we don't even know. It's clear to me that Alex Mack is not coming back. Next to him, who?
Yeah.
And then you got McGlinchey.
I don't really believe in McGlinchey. I've given him the benefit of the doubt plenty of times. It's just I don't believe in him anymore. I'm like, he's a wash. He's a bust. He's a real bust, and it sucks because now we have to scramble to find some offensive tackles. We have to scramble to find some right guards. It's not fair. It's not fair. We somehow managed to load up on defense every single goddamn draft.
We got to.
It's like, we have Ebukam, we have Nick Bosa, we have Drake Jackson, we have Eric Armstead, Dre Greenlaw, we have everybody.
This goes on.
No, everyone's thinking it's Khalil Mack.
We're gonna have to cut some of those guys.
Yeah, but
it's Khalil Mack. Thanks, JC. It's
Khalil
Mack. Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa on the same damn line. God!
It's not going to be easy for us against the Chargers, that's for sure. But I can tell you for a fact, Ronbo, I have a good feeling we're going to kick the shit out of the Seahawks because they have nobody. They have literally nobody. Russell Wilson is not there. Their QB is who?
I know. I was about to ask you.
Who? No. Yeah, nobody. Again, nobody. The Bears, they might actually be kind of good because Matt Nagy got fired. But that's neither here nor there.
Good you pointed that out because maybe he was holding them back.
Yeah. Well, it's true. He was holding them back. But we also play the Broncos right after the Seahawks, and they might be missing Jerry Jeudy if Jerry Jeudy gets caught up with that tampering thing with the domestic violence issue he got caught up in.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's another one.
Stupid.
So they might lose Jerry Jeudy for who knows how long. But the Rams, like I said, it's going to be a problem. Panthers, easy walkthrough. Falcons, I consider an easy walkthrough. Kansas City, I have no idea. That's. I mean, they don't have Tyreek Hill.
I assure you they're going to be competitive, though. Yeah.
Oh, they're going to be competitive, yeah, but without Tyreek Hill, I don't know. I mean, Tyreek Hill is what made Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs kind of
that's their
look
kill
good.
weapon. Yeah, you're right.
And then we go and play L.A. I mean, okay, I guess. We get a bye week, and then right after that, we go fight, the Chargers. That's not easy. And that, I have a feeling, Rumble, we might actually lose. And it's not going to be by a small margin. I think it's going to be something kind of devastating. It's going to be a wake-up call for the entire NFL. The Cardinals, I don't see them doing nothing. To be honest, it's just how it is. Same thing with the Saints, Dolphins, that's a 50-50 shot. Buccaneers, Brady still says he retired. So, and he just got that giant, massive 105.
Their defense is tough, too. We lost Steven. I heard that ding. All right, Steven, we only had a few seconds to go. Steven, I'll see you Sunday, and we'll continue. All right, it's Smitty. Come on in, Smitty.
What's up, Ronbo?
Smitty, the schedule and all that it presents as far as being a bit terrorizing, but, this is the case usually.
Can I take a stab at the schedule, Ronbo?
Please do.
Yeah, and number one, I want to say that you and I probably won't have anything to disagree on whatsoever once the season begins. It's going to be all butterflies, rose petals, because we're going to all be singing Kumbaya as this man, Trey Lance, takes this team into a 11 or 12 win season. So everybody buckle up. Let me put this right here, Ronbo. Let me see if I can put this schedule right in front of my face here. I don't know. I'm looking at your screen to see. Can you see the schedule right here?
Yeah, we're having some Zoom issues. I wonder, is it possible to hack into Zoom? Let's
see if he throws it up, because I got the schedule right.
It's a technical problem for us. Okay, we're having problems with it. Okay.
We'll wait. Maybe he can figure it out. But okay. So week 1, Chicago. That's a win. You guys couldn't have started off with a better.
Smitty, throw your schedule up on the left side.
Chicago.
I'm sorry. Throw it up on the left side because we're having tech problems. Throw that schedule up on the left side so we can see it.
Yeah.
Because I can't get that off the screen. If you can.
Okay. This on the left side right here?
Your left.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, right no, here. I got it now. Okay. I thought that was the problem. Okay, good. You're cool right there. All right, go ahead.
Here, let me scoot over, Rumbo. Let me
awesome.
Let me get in my own shot here. Can you see me now? No?
Yeah, that's perfect now. Okay. All right.
So we're gonna roll with a win against Chicago, easy victory. Seattle, easy victory. Denver is gonna present some problems. This Denver matchup is potentially one of the first losses, because you got Russell Wilson. That other caller was talking about Jerry Jeudy being out for a significant amount of time. Probably not going to happen. This was a tampering issue with personal property. It's a very, very specific thing in Colorado that even attorneys outside of Colorado are thrown for a loop for. Basically, he locked in the vehicle a car seat, some paperwork, and his ex's wallet. And he said, "Give me my phone." She had like a second phone of his. This isn't going to go anywhere. Jerry Jeudy's going to be playing in this game in week 3. This is the only game I really feel like could be a loss in there. Actually, you know what? We'll give the Niners a win in Denver, but we'll give them a loss against the Rams. I think the Rams are going to win this game, but we still have another game coming up here where the Niners can take revenge. Carolina, that's a cakewalk of a win right there.
Okay.
Cakewalk. Atlanta, cakewalk. Even if the Niners, you know what? Let's be pessimistic. Let's make this 2 losses in a row. Denver and the Rams in week 3 and week 4. 4 wins, 2 losses. Not bad, right? Okay,
that's a good start.
We're gonna go to KC. We're gonna play at home against KC. I'm not scared of KC like I would be if they had Tyreek Hill. This is a whole different team now. They're going to struggle to find their identity. I don't think they have it fully worked out till past, mid-season. I think this is a very vulnerable team, and I think the Niners win against the Chiefs. I think this is a win here against the Rams. In week 8, you're going to lose one. You're going to win one. Bye week, perfect timing for this team to rest up. Running back room's probably banged up at this point, Ronbo, right? So, this is a great bye week. Let's go to the Chargers. I hate to say it, but this is my Super Bowl winner right here.
Yeah,
I think the Chargers win the Super Bowl in 2022. I know a lot of people are going to laugh at that, but
why?
Ronbo,
They're
this
on
team-
both sides of the ball. They're tough.
Unbelievable. You guys, I heard you talking about Mac, but JC Jackson as well. This defense
Playing secondary,
is going to be scary, Ronbo. Absolutely scary. I'm not saying the Niners can't make the NFC Championship game. I'm not saying the Niners can't make a Super Bowl appearance, which would be phenomenal for a young quarterback like Trey Lance. So I don't think anybody's going to have a problem with that. But the Chargers are my lead dog to win the Super Bowl in 2022, and Herbert's going to be NFL MVP. Cardinals, let me tell you something, Ronbo. The Cardinals have the worst schedule in the NFL. If somebody says the Cardinals are second, third, fourth, I want you to question that source and how they're coming up with that strength of schedule. If you take a look at the Cardinals schedule, it's the most brutal schedule. The Cardinals will be lucky to win 7 games. I'm telling you, it is brutal. And I'm a Cardinal fan. I'm in Arizona. So, it's tough looking at the Cardinal schedule. Niners win this game. Niners win the Saints game. Alvin Kamara could be out 6 games, 4 games, 3 games, 5 games. We don't know. We don't know. Video footage of him, beating that guy on the ground. It's not a he said.
I forgot about the
situation. There's footage.
Yeah.
You what?
I forgot about that incident. That happened here kind of recently, and I just realized I got over it. I forgot about it, but I did see it, and I was horrified. Yeah.
So we're looking at we're definitely looking at a suspension, but the question is, will he still be suspended by week 12? Probably not. Will Mike Thomas
I would predict right now that's 10 games. That's just way beyond what the NFL wants. Oh, that's going to get punished.
Yeah, because this guy was. So I don't know if you know the extent, but do you know the details of that?
I saw the picture of the guy beat, and I said, "Jesus Christ, what did he do?" I don't know what happened, but the guy looked like meat. I mean,
I'll tell you.
raw
I'll
meat.
give you a 20-second recap. The guy tried to get in the elevator. Apparently, there was words. I'm sure the guy said something awful to Kamara, but he's an NFL athlete. He's got to be able to take that. And the guy tried to get in the elevator. Kamara put his hand on the guy's chest to push him out of the elevator. The guy smacked his arm down. And as you would, if someone's putting their hand on you, you can smack their arm away. As soon as he smacked Kamara's arm down, the 2 gentlemen that were with Alvin Kamara jumped him. They beat him. The guy fell to the ground. There's video footage. They kicked him while he appeared unconscious. He received 2-3 more kicks, one of them by Kamara, while the guy was like looking motionless on the ground. The NFL is coming down hard, Ronbo.
God. Yeah, they are. That's 10 weeks minimum.
But Mike Thomas, we don't even know if he's playing. He's got setbacks again already. They signed Landry today. They signed Jarvis Landry. That might be a sign of maybe there's some instability there. Winston can't stay healthy. He's coming back from the ACL. I'm going to say easy win by over the Falcons. Dolphins, this is going to be an interesting one,
isn't it?
Against Miami Mike. I'm going to say the Niners win this one, but it wouldn't shock me if Miami Mike outflanked the Niners in this, got in his, Miami Mike is building a team. He's building a squad. I like the way this guy works. He's aggressive. But we're going to give the Niners a win here. I think the Bucks win this game. Can't win them all, Ronbo. Can't win them all.
We'll see what the Bucks look like at the beginning of the year. But yeah, this would right now. Obviously, Tom Brady, they got most of the people back again. Their defense is the only thing that killed them last year. What if that defense is pretty whole this year? Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Yeah. Seattle, easy, cakewalk. Like, there's not even a discussion. I heard the caller before say they didn't have anybody. DK's obviously their best weapon used. Discrediting DK. Don't be disrespectful to DK Metcalf. But Kenneth Walker, the rookie running back, is quite arguably their second best player, and he's going to have a monster season. But they're not going to be able to hang with the Niners offense. The thing about the Niners this year is that Trey Lance opens up everything. And so this potent offense that's been held back by Jimmy G, and this is where we always disagree. I'm not going there today, Ron, but we're being positive today. Trey Lance can make every throw from every platform, extend every play. More importantly, Trey Lance can remedy Shanahan's bad play calling when there's a time where Shanahan's taking his foot off the gas. He causes the Niners puts the Niners in a box, and Jimmy couldn't get him out of that because Jimmy had to run the play. He couldn't improvise. Trey's going to improvise his way out of a lot of Shanahan's mistakes, and things are going to be different this year, Ronbo. Washington, I heard that other caller say Washington was tough. That's one of the worst teams in the NFL. They have no quarterback. That's a cakewalk. And then the Raiders is a tough game. Wouldn't shock me if this was a loss in week 17, but it also wouldn't shock me if this was a win. So what is that putting us at? 4 losses?
I think you got 3 or 4 losses so far. And the Cardinals in the final week.
I thought it was I don't have week 18 on there.
Yeah.
So the Cardinals,
the Raiders.
Yeah, let me see if I can
you got one more
move
week.
This up without screwing it up now. Let's see here. I'm gonna try and move this up without screwing it up.
Although I gotta tell you, Smitty, you assume a lot on a lot of games. So I'm not sure. Smitty, teams don't always look exactly the same as they did the year before. Now you look at the Hawks, and maybe you might have, but some of these other teams, I don't know, Smitty. That's it. That's certainly assuming a lot, but we'll see.
I'm really. They call me Trey Lance's agent on the internet, Ronbo. I don't know how much you know. I don't think you know much about my content, but they call me around 49ers circles because I'm on Raj's Quad Box show and the king of the NFC. You probably see that in your chat a lot. Trey Lance, king of the NFC. That's my phrase that gets carried on through the Niner community.
Yeah.
I'm Trey Lance's agent, baby, and he's having a monster, magnificent, magical year.
I just hope you're right. There's a lot of things here that need to come into focus, like his time spent playing football, the fact that he's going to see something he's never seen before on a continuous, consistent rate every week. Coaches are going to take advantage of a few things that just organically are not in his arsenal just yet. But hopefully he will withdo. I'm pretty sure Kyle's going to make sure that he keeps him in a position where he's not going to be able to be vulnerable to everything they're going to do this year. But we'll see.
Yeah. Last thing I'll say, and then I'll let you. I'll get out of here. Get out of your hair. But I'll just say that I heard all this last year with Burrow. I heard all this, the years prior with Mahomes, his sophomore year. I'm used to it. Doesn't shake me at all. Like Mahomes. This NFL. I've been doing this for 20 years, Ronbo. NFL scouting analysis. I'm telling you, I know quarterbacks is my wheelhouse. Mahomes, people doubted that. Josh Allen, I called him a top 5 quarterback walking into his rookie year. Trey Lance he's potentially the next Patrick Mahomes. He's got that kind of ability. Not to mention, Ronbo, the last thing I'll say, he's in an offense and situation that none of those guys were in. Mahomes was kind of in one of those situations, but Herbert, Burrow, this guy's going to be more prepared for his sophomore year than both of those guys were. Partly, you can't separate situation from talent, partly because of his situation, but sum total, his situation mixed with his inexperience, mixed with everything, is going to be better than Burrow's situation. And I predicted the Bengals to win the division and do what they did last year. People laughed at me, Ronbo, over and over. I'm telling you right now, Trey's in a better position than Burrow was with a torn ACL, walking in with a bad offensive line. Trey's more set up for a sophomore explosion than Burrow was, and I called the Burrow thing. So I'm telling you, it's going to be magical. It's happening right out of the gate. And when I hear people say, give him some time, he's going to have growing pains, I laugh. Is he going to struggle from time to time? Every quarterback does. But he doesn't. He's going to look like a seasoned veteran at a majority of the time in the NFL. Will he have moments? Sure. But look what he's done, Ronbo. Whenever he's had bad moments, he's rectified them and remedied them mid-game. Houston Texans, playoff implications. Bad first half, comes in, wins the game. Good second half. Went toe-to-toe with the Cardinals when they were the best team in football at the time. Dudes look great. Did bad in the first half of the Raiders preseason game. Marched back and won the game. Dude's ready.
There you go. Tony has spoken. Smitty has spoken, and we can expect Trey Lance to just light it up next year. Smitty, we're going to go, and I hope you're right. I really do. We could use it. We need to get back to where we were. We've gotten used to winning every year, that Jimmy was healthy. We need for that trend to continue. I don't want all of a sudden have to go through any process where we got to wait till he gets ready. So, yeah, I'm all for it.
Appreciate you, Ronbo.
All right, Smitty. Have a great night. Thanks. And with that done, you know what? Let's call it a day, huh? Bam. The thing about this schedule is, though, it's like Rowan pointed out too, and it's true. The teams that you're supposed to beat up on, those are the ones that usually are the ones that don't follow the script or they never got the memo. The teams that you're supposed to struggle with, exactly the opposite. Anything could happen. We may be able to beat the Chargers, but right now you look at the Chargers. Just the two names. I mean, besides everything else, besides the quarterback being just getting better and better every year. As soon as I think to myself, Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, I don't care who's in the middle. That's too damn much. Oh, how are you going to get an offensive launch on that? And then you got Gabe Gilbert sitting there thinking, Coach, you know what? Hey, why don't we? I'm not going to go in this series, right? Because it looks pretty bad out there, Coach. Let's give them a break. Why don't I just take the rest of the afternoon off? You know, this is what I'm thinking. You know, no underestimating teams. Smitty has assumed. That's why I said you assume a lot. That's scary. But then again, if you do remain calm, you know, on an even keel, this way you won't be so disappointed. Because it's devastating to come into a game, and I did it too many times last year, especially the first few weeks of the season. You know, oh, we got this. Bam. Oh. And then when we did start winning, I was kind of surprised by that, actually. You know, you're 3-5, we're dead. We're dead meat. And all of a sudden, we launched the comeback, and of course, you know what happened after that. But that's the way the NFL goes. So the schedule, while it's fun to it's entertainment just talking about schedule, what's going to happen. But in reality, yeah, nothing usually happens as the schedule says. So we'll find out, fam. Fam, please subscribe so when I'm getting ready to talk some more football, you'll be here to actually call on in. And hit that like. I love those. I want to thank everybody who called in tonight. Great stuff. I mean, everybody. It was just fun to talk to tonight, as usual. And thanks for those contributions, guys. And we'll see you Sunday. Keep thinking red and gold. For the win.